Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SOS, episode 16 of our third and final season. I hope everybody's had a good week. We left off on a bit of a, I don't want to say cliffhanger necessarily, but it was kind of one, a tense moment as the next bits are about to be potentially violent. We'll see just what the players end up deciding. But it's good to be back. I'm so excited to be back. I know the YouTube channel is behind, I think, now one episode. So if you haven't caught up yet and you're a little behind, swing over to youtube.com/roll for it. You can watch the episode from 2 weeks ago. But if you're a sub here on the channel, you can catch up, bing, bang, boom, watch all of them immediately and support the show in the process. We also have a Discord. You can go jump in and talk about the show, which people are very excited for today. The community's been growing very steadily over there. It's free to jump in. All the links are on our Twitter.
And actually, we were just discussing some of y'all's conversation about a different show altogether. So perfect segue there, Mathis.
Yeah, we were talking about the Hunter V5 show, Desperate Measures that we ran, trying to sell Tracy on going to listen to it.
They've sold me super sold me. Like I have like a queue and I've just bumped it to the top of the queue.
It was Bub basically saying, "Hey, everybody there's a lot of flirting in there," and yeah, you saw Tracy being like, her eyes light up. She's like, "Yes,
sign me up."
I know. The Discord's great, man. There's so much conversation happening there. And if you are a patron, there is little accesses to a secret chat room where only patrons can access. And of course, if the proper tier, you can participate in the text-based RP. But if you're not, if you're there for free or even just not at the right tier, you can still read all the text-based RP there. I hope you guys have had a good week. I'm just curious, and Dot and Tracy, how much thinking about how you want to do what you say you want to do has gone in? Because when we left last episode, Tracy was like, "I'm going to spend all week thinking about how I'm going to rip her head off."
So I thought a lot of thinking.
I did monologue this morning while I was putting my makeup on of like what the things I want to say.
I do that too. I do that with my makeup, but you know.
Yeah. Well, Matt doesn't get it.
I got to get into Bella's mode, you know. I got to put the makeup on.
Yeah. So I thought about at least what I would say to her. I haven't fully thought about like how we're gonna do it. Dot, I think, has a better plan than I do, as usual.
Y'all know me, which means I have like 50 plans.
Multiple
we're gonna
plans.
See which one happens. Yeah.
Yeah, which one sticks. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, we'll see what you choose. Again, the last couple episodes has certainly changed the tides of the river of the story, for good and or bad. It's up to you when you figure out just how much. But I don't know how this is going to go. You left the bar kind of solo without a plan. But before that, Tracy, you got to take us in with a recap of last episode. Always.
Yeah. The recap. I have like good notes, but last week,
one of those episodes where it's like 2 words with exclamation marks.
Val the Salubri. That's really all I wrote. So, anybody else remember what happened last week?
I do. Bub, how about you take a shot at it? You try to recap as best you can what happened last episode.
This is going to be bad in general, but
I know.
It's because I'm honestly, I as a person am fairly traumatized with what's been going on in the in the realm between realms, the space between spaces, the labyrinth, and we're not really on talking terms right now. It's it's been a bit dicey. I've been trying. It takes 2 to tango, and there's some serious communication issues between Ollie and the labyrinth. Well, I mean, things went down with our Salubri friend. It didn't go as well as I had hoped.
Yes.
Had to go back and get the key, and that yielded Ollie frantically finding his way back in. And I think what we had come to the conclusion was that it was a place where there was the wound on our world, on the material plane, where it feels as if Arcadia has been punched through into our place. And it's
we
somewhere
talked a bit
like
about more in the after show in detail.
Somewhere like we think that the what is the shadow realm, the abyss is kind of like also leaking through a bit. Things aren't going so hot, but the Salubri was grabbed by Arcadia's plant, the root life, and is now using her as a band-aid. At least that's what Ollie believes. And Ollie tried to defend her with everything that he had, but inevitably swallowed him up and yeeted him into Madison. It didn't go so hot. So he had to wait out there the rest of the night in Madison in Matthew's house before he came back, disgruntled, dirty, and feeling beaten. Because, I mean, how else do you explain that?
I mean, it's true.
That's there was that. He also saw to the Witch of the Yards, which he explained some things, and she was mad at first until she realized that Ollie is just a giant dumb storyteller, a la me in real life. So, and I mean, it kind of went well-ish. We've got a very positive relationship. So far, at least it feels that way. Ollie hasn't done her wrong, and she hasn't done him wrong at all. And
as best you can figure out with her,
exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah, and she's basically informed us that Grant is not dying yet. She did something.
She slowed the dying down. She wasn't able to stop it.
And it was I think what we talked about was because Ollie had brought her that leaf that she learned a little bit about some of those abilities, and she was able to slow down that process. How long? We don't know. Could be a day, could be a month, but it's happening still. And it seems, if at first glance, that the Salubri's effect over Grant is still lingering. So I don't think that the Salubri is dead.
Yeah.
She didn't dust when the root inevitably embedded itself into her. So yeah, I still don't think that she's dead. But that's what I can immediately remember.
Yeah.
That's about correct. I mean,
everything.
That's everything that you went through. And on top side, there was the Rose plan. What happened before the labyrinth?
Well, Dakota took it to Rose and her crew in the parking lot outside of.
Oh, there was just you 1v3'd them last week. That's right.
Right.
And you learned how
yeah.
slippery Lasombra can be if trying to get their hands on
so close to
shadows
getting. I
everywhere.
was so close to getting my hands on Rose. Man, all I needed was one more die, y'all.
Yeah. We grabbed one of them, and we have one of them. One of the Lasombra.
Dakota took them someplace very safe.
Yes.
Sure.
While they were executing those plans, Ava was on a date with Nero, telling him everything, and he was really not in the know at all.
That's right. You did have a Nero date, and you tried to figure out if he knew what side he was on. Yeah, you learned he really wasn't really educated in it all, and even the things that you were saying were reminiscent of rumors and myths that have been going around in vampire kind for an eternity. So nothing that he hasn't heard before.
Yeah.
I think okay. There we go. I think that was the entire recap, and I think we left with Ava and Dakota marching out of the Lights Out pub, ne'er a plan in sight, with blood and vengeance on their minds. So if we're good to jump in, let's set the scene, rein things in, and see what our coterie is up to. It's the heavy steel-toed boots stomping on the concrete that we look and see first as our camera snaps in. It's not running or jogging, but a speedy, rapid pace. And next to her, familiar high heels that belong to the sleek legs of Ava Heloise. Her steps aren't as rapid as Dakota's would be. Her gait slightly longer than Dakota's. However, the night still greets them with plenty of kind, walking by, having fun conversations, and the closer you make it to the rack, the more the nightlife springs about you. Cars rushing by with cabs honking left and right, roads filled with traffic, and people stumbling in and out of their favorite drinking holes. It's a bit of a travel to get here. And I imagine Dakota and Ava had a bit of a conversation along the way.
So, you got a plan?
Do you have a plan?
No, maybe. I have a few plans.
You always have a few plans.
I know, but they never really go as I plan.
No, they never do.
What is the plan? Because you can't just walk into her club and...
No, we can't. Do you think that she's still... How much did you mess her up? Do you think she's still...
If by mess her up, you mean hurt her? Very little, since she sicked her goons on me before I could get my claws in her.
Okay, so she's probably...
Yeah,
she's probably fine, basically. Okay.
I mean, she was scared shitless. You could tell by that shitty look on her face.
Well, she'll at least have less of her goons.
Yeah, I just don't know how many goons she's got. From what I can tell, there's like a lot of them. Some walking around the city unbeknownst.
Apparently, yeah. I didn't realize there were so many. We knew of 3, and now suddenly we're seeing many more. So,
well, one of them was in not good shape when he disappeared, but I know his face. That motherfucker, I'll never forget his face. And, the other one is indisposed.
Yeah.
And then there's Rose. So I have a couple plans. Not all of them good or safe. And all of them involve collateral damage.
Right, let's hear it. Give me all of them, even the shitty ones.
Okay, well, the easy option is to just turn around, walk straight up to Damien's door, and go tell the sheriff that she attacked us.
Yeah. I would say yes, but is us just saying she attacked us enough?
You have a hostage.
Well.
You took somebody hostage.
I did take them hostage.
You have evidence, sort of.
I do kind of have evidence. We could turn over.
But does that warrant her death, her final death, according to?
Well, my bigger thought was maybe if she, did so wrong that Damien could just go deal with her and she can't say no.
Yeah.
Bigger problem is if she's, rooting for Team Sandwich, the Sandwich may just tell Damien to leave it alone. But I don't feel comfortable just walking up into her club, and punching her in the face, because that really makes us just as guilty as her.
By Camarilla law, you would understand that killing another kindred is against the rules completely. So walking into her club, so long as it's legally obtained and legally where it is being maintained, you walking in and killing her, even if you have good reason to do so, is against Camarilla law. It is only the Camarilla who can dictate death to another.
Yeah, we can't just walk in there and be like, "Whoops." Had I managed to kill her while defending myself, I would have had a better opportunity.
But of course, that doesn't mean people don't do it. It's just typically people just go missing sometimes.
Yeah. Getting our hands on her to just make her go missing in a club that she runs is going to be extremely difficult. So, we have some long-term options, which are we can simply just fuck her day up and try to take her club. The long haul, if you would, but that doesn't really solve our grant problem.
It doesn't. Here's the thing, Dakota. Here's the thing. I never really liked Rose, ever. From the minute I met her, I didn't like her.
Because of Saito.
Because of Saito.
Yeah.
Because she tried to frame me, extort me.
Mm-hmm.
When Saito and I accidentally killed somebody in the club, she tried to.
She cleaned it up for you,
Actually,
and
she
you
did.
simply owed her a favor.
She did help me that one
Did
time.
that favor ever get taken? This is the thing.
Ava, I don't
know.
mean to be the bearer of bad news, but technically, the Sandwich has done every one of those things. If you were half as passionate about killing her as you are about killing Rose, okay.
Well,
not to the point. I understand. Okay. So,
the thing is, I'm a petty bitch.
Hey,
and
there's nothing wrong with that as long as you are fully aware of it. So let's get fucking petty.
Yeah.
So
whatever it is to make her life miserable.
Okay, so come to find out, the reason that she chased Val into Ollie's bar is because whatever little caravan they had going on was attacked by Lupine. I have a feeling that was a little bit of Snitch's doing. After we came to talk to him, whisper in an ear there that passes to this ear there, and then before you know it, lupines show up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking we offer the lupine a little gift. We get our hands on Rose. We drag her by the hair to that fucking park and tie her to a tree with a little note. Leave her for the lupine to claim.
I do like that option.
Then
personally.
technically, her death is not on our hands.
It's not on us.
She did not die by, our hands, and, maybe it'll, keep the lupine off our doorstep a little while longer.
Yes. I think that is as good of an option as ever, but we do have to make sure the lupine finish the job. We need her dead to keep Grant alive.
If we tie her to a tree in their territory, they're not going to let her live.
Yes. But
now, whether or not they flay her alive or feed her to the younglings, or I don't know what the hell they do with Kindred, but I don't foresee that happening.
Usually, Dakota, and everybody would probably know, usually it's as simple as your head gets ripped off your shoulders.
That was my thought. I mean, I'm willing to rip her head off her shoulders. Very, very easy. Been there, done that. But, I thought it might be more fun to just, maybe get some good will from the lupine.
I'm fine with goodwill.
Cool. Now we've got to figure out how we fucking get her, because she is a slippery bitch.
Yes, and we are at a disadvantage with shadows all around us.
It's true. So my thought was, well, okay, first we gotta figure out how we're gonna get her. My suggestion is, you walk into that club like you own the place. Walk into her club as if you were simply there for a Friday night. Get her all worked up, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Do the catty bitch thing you do. Get her real upset, get her real worked up. Then we gotta figure out how to get her outside the club.
I could try to instigate her to get outside.
My thought was, if you played good cop, she'd trust you. Maybe you and her go for a little tete-a-tete. You lead her to Val. Tell her you know where Ollie and Dakota hit her, and you're not cool with what we did, and so you're willing to give her back. Basically, we gotta get her in a place where I can torpor her.
I have to pretend to like her, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you've been doing that for a long time. I can't imagine one more night's gonna hurt you.
But now she's pissed off the entire coterie, so now I'm really mad. So, all right, I can do my best, but I really just want to tell her how I'm really feeling.
Ava, do it for Grant. You have to be nice to her just long enough. This is for Grant.
Okay, but when we tie her up, then I can really tell her how I feel.
Yeah, look, when we tie her up, you can lay into her. You can mean girl all you want, and then when it's all said and done, we'll leave a little you're welcome card stuck to her chest. Maybe I'll smear her lipstick for good measure, and then we'll leave her in a state for the lupine to finish off.
Okay.
The only other option that I know of, a place where there is no shadow, is to drag her all the way out to Jackson's little lockbox of light.
Yeah. We're not getting that far.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So if this plan goes to shit and she doesn't believe me, which is true, she probably is one step ahead of us and she may think that we're already talking. So
if she's smart, which she claims to be, yeah, she's already thinking that. So you're gonna have to really sell her on it. Or she knows it's just a trap, and what is she gonna do? Stay inside her club for all eternity? I will stalk the fucking shit out of her.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we could pull the fire alarm, rush everybody outside, grab her in the chaos.
If it gets real messy and she sees through everything and threatens me, I will, last resort, try to cause a scene in the club.
And what, I'm just supposed to come running in the door? They'll never let me in. If you get in trouble, I can't help you inside the walls. You gotta do it on the outside.
All right.
Do you think that she could live through me hitting her with a car? I could just run her over. Really
Yes.
injure her
She's
pretty
a kindred.
bad.
Yes, she would learn.
It's a great idea, but no, I don't think that'll work, Dakota.
Maybe we can turn all the lights on in the club.
That actually might not be a bad idea.
Think your club's
Again.
even got lights? How are we going to communicate when I'm on the outside? This is already going to shit, Ava. We need to really think about this.
What if she... Also,
Okay.
I'm not even thinking...
Okay, here's a question. Oh. What would make Rose leave her club? What does she want more than anything?
Probably something about Sybil.
Or Val?
Or Val.
We know a La Sombra. Did you know that? He tends to stalk Ollie.
Yes.
I wonder if she trusts Rudy more than she trusts us.
Seems like all the La Sombra trust each other very well, so...
Well, maybe it's time to get Rudy on either Team Loud Ones or get the fuck off the team, you know what I mean? Like, maybe we ought to root Rudy in and get him to trigger to come outside.
Do you really think Rudy is going to get involved in our
What else is he
bullshit?
gonna do? Sit around and watch us do it?
Yeah, that's what he does all the time.
Oh, what a waste of space.
Yeah, clearly he's been stalking us. Who knows how many conversations he's been listening in on, by the way. I wish my little La Sombra girl was here. We could at least use her for something. But
What
who
do you
knows where she
mean?
is? Celia,
Where she is.
she ran away.
Yeah, you haven't told Dakota yet.
I pissed her. I kinda-
Wait. You were given the responsibility of taking care of another kindred for 1 week, Ava.
And
She's
I was doing a good
already-
job
Uh-huh. And why did she run away?
because I thought she was keeping secrets from me, and I tried to use disciplines on her.
Wow. You're really working on that trust bonding.
Look, we're in a dire time right now, Dakota, and if she's like has anything going on, I need to know what's going on, and she wasn't telling me, and I had to. I feel bad about it, and I really hope that I don't lose her.
You didn't
for
try to
good.
find her?
I haven't had the time. I went out with
right.
Nero,
I was
and
Excuse me. Priorities, I get it. Okay.
By the way, oh my God, Dakota, I have to tell you about this date with Nero. But I'll tell you another time. We have important things that we have to deal with. But this date was, oof.
Okay, my gut still tells me we need to report her for attacking us, regardless of whether or not Damien does anything.
But then if we do bring her to the lupine, that's not going to go well either.
Well, that's not our problem, is it? It's the Lupine's problem then, and Rose's, of course.
All right. Do you want to tell the sheriff?
I mean, but yeah, we could just drop by and just
Of
tell
course.
Damien.
Yes. Yes.
And,
I know.
And, you know, he might have a good suggestion.
Here's the sheriff.
Is there
All right.
hesitancy coming from Ava when speaking about? Is this like a hesitancy of just getting the Camarilla involved?
Yes, because if we want to if we say, "Hey, this girl attacked us," and then something happens to her, it's going to be pretty obvious we did something. So
Not necessarily true, considering fact the Lupines attacked her first. And, you know, if the
Sure.
Lupines take care of her...
this is again if everything goes according to plan, which it never does.
Right.
So
I mean,
I'm
there is just the sheer option of me running her down.
I would love to see you run her down.
Oh,
and
there ain't no way
end
she's...
her.
Look, she ran like a scared pissant when she saw me coming for her.
Yeah. I just...
Does she... I mean, seem to know a lot about Rose, even though you don't like her. No offense. Does she sleep at the club? Is that her haven?
You have no idea.
I'm not sure. I don't even know.
Because the other option is
coterie
we
or
could just
anything.
wait it out.
Yeah, you knew her specifically through Saito, and then after Saito's death, you went to her club a few times, had some conversations with her.
Yeah. She's Anarch, right? Is she Anarch?
That's your best bet. Yeah, she's an Anarch who has property within Camarilla territory, and as far as the Camarilla is concerned, everybody's Camarilla as long as you follow Camarilla law. And so she can say whatever the fuck she wants she is, but if she's obeying Camarilla law, then it doesn't matter.
We could follow her. I don't really know what her normal doings are. I just know she was a little.
You don't even know if she's back at the club. It's the same night she got attacked, so you're not even sure. Like, this is the same night, right? That you attacked her, Dakota. So you're not even sure, like, if she went back.
It's the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought it was the same night.
I'm also still furry.
Yeah. How long does that last for you?
Oh, God.
I think that's Bane. It lasts for a period of time.
Yeah, let's look it up. We can look it
Yeah,
up.
so you can't do anything right now.
I mean,
other than sit outside.
I can just, maybe the particular club for my.
Yeah.
This says my Bane information is what I'm looking for. I.
The other thing, Dakota, that we haven't considered is like, I have a shadow with me right now, and I don't know if Sybil's gonna be mad if I kill one of her La Sombra. She might not be pleased with me.
We aren't killing her.
I know you keep saying this. It's
the truth, and it's red tape that we're simply working our way around. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be us.
Just to clarify the Bane stuff. It lasts one night or more. That's all it says. But since you rode the wave, you only have one animalistic feature.
Oh, okay.
And each animalistic feature is supposed to come with a penalty to a stat. So whatever animalistic feature you want is what you have right now. And I would just give you a penalty that would be equal to whatever it is you choose.
I would say it's probably... Maybe a lot of the furriness has gone away, like the fur knuckles. Maybe it's just the ears, which I can kind of hide under the dreads, but I guess that gives me some kind of penalty to, like, awareness.
It would give you I would give you a penalty to your resolve because you're just picking up on every sound that's fucking nearby. It's just like you can't stop hearing everything around you. So -1 in your resolve. We'll say this is the last night it lasts, however, because you chose to ride the wave. It wouldn't last all that long.
Right, it wasn't against my will. Okay.
Yep.
Here's a thought. What if you just go in and tell her you want to talk about Val? Make a deal.
How did the conversation end the last time you and Ollie talked to her? What was the terms?
Well, there were none. Her terms were basically like, fuck off and give me what belongs to me. And Ollie was like, hey, you're not really in anybody's spaces but, mine, and we have some fucking rules. And she was like, let me use some powers. And Ollie was like, don't do that. And I was like, and then...
Okay. That's very descriptive. Thank you.
Okay. How about this? There wasn't a lot of negotiating.
Okay.
When we helped her to the back room, Rose basically threatened us and said we have 24 hours to return her or Grant dies. So, that's how negotiations went.
All right. So it's been 24 hours. Fine. We go back and we renegotiate with her. Okay, I tell her that we have Val somewhere, and then we grab her. I don't know. Like,
what if we tell her we killed Val?
We don't even know what she wanted. Oh, I guess we have an inkling of an idea of what she wanted with Val, but I don't know how that'll end.
What if I go in the club? No hiding, none of this sneaky bullshit. What if I just
Masquerade breach? You're not furry. You are or not furry?
Just ears, but she got a hoodie up.
Okay.
Ava, the issue is you're not sure the bouncers would let her in.
I could arrange.
I mean, yeah, you could maybe force them to.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Okay, if you go into the club and then what? What do you want to talk to her there? You want to fight her there? What's the like?
I just thought we'd chat, make her feel comfortable in her own space. Maybe she's less of a bitch that way.
She can be pleasant to talk to at times. So
I doubt it.
On her terms, yeah. When she's not.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna do it. this bitch.
Let's start by just letting Damien know there was a little bit of a
oh god. Okay.
problem.
So okay.
And then all we're doing is informing the sheriff of a potential masquerade breach, or at least kindred harm. I mean, look at me. I'm injured to my soul.
I'm sure Damien will be there to help you and take care of you.
I really doubt it. That's all right. I've come to the conclusion.
Seeing you in the state, what will he have to do?
I don't know. Probably tell me to cover up my ears like everybody else. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? After 30 years, you know what I've learned, Ava? I don't need a man.
You don't, but it is nice to have one.
Says the woman with 6 of them on speed dial. I don't know how you manage it. I mean, honestly, it's just exhausting thinking about getting up and having to talk to Damien, much less actually fucking having to do it. And you go on a date, and then you turn around and you'll smooze banana hammock, and then
it's really not that bad.
Where do you find the energy for such constant ego?
I could ask the same thing. Where do you find the energy to just want to beat the shit out of people in karate? It's just not my vibe.
We don't
so
beat people in karate. We learn
whatever you do. I'm
learning how to control my anger, not make it worse.
Yeah, sure. And I am learning to control my urge.
You can't even say that with a straight face. Your urges. Oh God.
Okay, fine.
I'm learning to control my toreador urges.
Let's talk to Damien. Okay, let's talk to Damien,
okay,
and
fine. You have
then
to be
go.
Nice and don't be weird.
I'm never weird.
So we're detouring. We're not going to the club right now.
I think we're just.
That was like, what the fuck?
I'm just trying to figure out in my head where we're going.
We're gonna take a detour on the way to the club.
You're gonna head to the Ivory Tower.
If that's where Dave, I was actually thinking maybe
Sheriff.
the bands hang out. It would be there. But
Oh
I guess,
yeah, there is like a he does have like a garage place where they practice and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
they
say
have
garage
like a
at this
studio,
point, but
right?
they have a studio now. Yeah. Where what's her face is there? Annabelle, I think.
I just thought maybe we'd swing by the studio and we can just take 30 seconds to inform the sheriff so that we don't look like we're in the wrong.
Sure. Yes, I think that's fine to do.
All right. And so is that where like the conversation, like peter out the conversation there, or is there more?
I don't know. I'm just like, do you want me to talk or should you do the talking?
You should talk. Come on, we're going there for you to.
No, we're not.
No, we're going there to record
Grant. All of this is for Grant, Ava.
This is for Grant.
You should talk to him.
So you detour, making your way to the small studio. The last time you actually saw him here, I believe he was tuning his guitar out near the exit when you were heading out in season 2, weirdly. I don't know why I remember that. I just do.
Wait, we came to an after party here after their show. Okay, yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I'm referring
to.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was a different episode.
But this time there is no after party, no loud sounds coming from the inside or jovial conversation. In fact, there's ne'er but a light that can be seen through a window as you arrive. The door itself is locked at the front. There is a back entrance, but you would imagine it's probably locked back there too. As this is not in like a rundown or like secret part of the city. This is like kind of right in the center of it all.
Is there like a
Yeah, like doorbell or a
doorbell
fucking
or
like a
just
buzzer.
knock.
So as you do, whoever is there hesitation out of curiosity? Is there like a moment where Dakota's like,
I turn
or
around
not,
and
or
I'm
does she very just like whatever? I don't care.
How are my dreads?
Uh,
Same as last night.
at least they grew back, so
Of course they grew back.
and I fix them a little bit and just kind of make them look cute with your ears.
Wait,
there
you're
you go.
supposed to hide my. Oh my god! I banged the bell. It's Dakota. Is Damien in?
So you ring the bell and there's a buzzer, and there's a few moments before the door itself actually cracks open just a bit, and you can see a chain lock on the inside, kind of holding it on the inside, and peering through is a familiar looking eye. Damien is actually there. The door, as he sees it's you, he doesn't say anything nor give you any time to say anything before he shuts the door. You can hear the chain lock being removed, and he gently opens it and notices Ava just behind Dakota, I imagine, kind of just a little off to the side. Oh, I wasn't expecting company, but
Yeah, no, we're not really here to bother you too much. We just have some information that you might want.
he just kind of steps in quietly, waves you, and kind of just on a lowly and under his breath, you just hear him like, "Come in, come in."
To keep it short, sweet, and to the point,
As you kind of move in, and Ava follows as you are gestured. The door shuts. He locks it behind you, and he, while you talk, he just kind of just motions to follow him into the practice room where he was by himself with the guitar that was plugged in. And he moves over to the stool, sets the guitar off to the side, pops it from the amp, and looks to give you his full attention. You see, he's wearing kind of like what he always does, just really raggedy, comfortable clothes, an old T-shirt and some like acid-washed old jeans and some sneakers. And he looks at you as he hunches just a bit in the stool. How can I help you?
Well, you are the sheriff, and I felt it pertinent to inform you that there has been a lupine attack in the last 48 hours, which has led to a series of unfortunate events, which includes a couple local Asambra attacking me in the open and a parking lot on the south side of town.
Dakota kind of lets it sit there, and he like lets there be a moment or two of silence, not because he's thinking, he's just making sure you have nothing more to say before he chimes in. And after that, he'll say, "Yeah, I heard about the lupine attack. I have some of my hounds looking into it now, but
Cool.
do you have any?" Well, I believe you, and I absolutely take you at your word, Dakota. We're by law. Do you have evidence of some kind?
Evidence can be provided in the form of a Lasombra.
We have one of them.
I guess you could say I stomped her into torpor. I have her stored away safely until the right actions could be taken, but all of these shenanigans are being led by a Lasombra named Rose.
I'm familiar with the name.
Great.
Club in the north side of town.
Yeah, that's
the one.
I don't know. Needless to say, we felt instead of taking rash action, we should maybe inform the right people before we have to stand up for our own.
Well, that's everything you're saying is true. Real sorry about what happened to you tonight, Dakota. If you give me location of where this particular individual's being held, I'll make sure to swing by sometime tonight.
Yeah. You could maybe you could swing by boat.
He just quietly nods to that.
Cool. You're not afraid of water, right?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just swing by the boat. Yeah, I can hand her over.
Is she currently in torpor now?
She is. I imagine that the fish in the lake are enjoying a little shadowy snack right now.
Well, as long as she's still alive and no law's been broken, I'll take her off your hands and I'll interrogate her on my own.
That sounds fantastic.
I appreciate you bringing this to my attention, and well, I was enjoying practicing, but I can do it another time.
No,
and he kind of gets up and he lazily stretches a little bit, before he walks off to the side and grabs a rather large blade before sliding it onto his back.
God.
And with a leather strap, tightens it.
Cool. So
if you were attacked, precautions need to be taken. Want to make sure that nobody's there.
Yeah, precautions. I'll, like, give eyeballs to Ava, like, he's serious. And because, yeah, we don't actually know where Rose is, and what she's been up to, but, I would be lying if I said our coterie didn't feel, an inkling of vengeance necessary, considering the fact that she has done something to Ollie's ghoul. Affected him, put him on the path towards death.
Yeah, I get it. Give me a problem. Listen, I gotta follow the rules. I gotta follow the law step by step. As much as I'd love to jump right to Rose and connect whatever dots might be there, I need to take her into custody first and interrogate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
So we should just not do anything, right?
That would be best. Avoid breaking any laws.
Right.
You did bring this to my attention. Now, I am kind of fortunate that you're here, I guess. You did reach out to speak with Jackson, did you not?
Yes, there's some information he's probably going to find very interesting in.
He kind of like moves his hand to like cut you off, and like he doesn't want to hear it. Not here, not now, maybe never. He just says, Mr. Jackson will be free tomorrow evening at your usual gathering place.
Right. Great.
Good.
Thank you. That's
It's
very
been
helpful.
lovely to see you, Dakota, and you as well, Miss Heloise. You're looking lovely as always. And Dakota, he looks kind of under your hood a little bit as you've been clearly pulling it up. It's an obvious protrusion.
Yeah.
We thank you, Damien, for looking out and helping us with this. It's much appreciated.
He looks to you with a like a raised eye, Ava. While I appreciate the kind words, Ava, and to be blunt, out of the people I know that run in your circles, you're the one I trust the least.
Fair enough.
I think the reasons are known and obvious, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Dakota, I don't know what happened, and I don't care to know why you are looking the way you are, if I understand your clan correctly. But just don't make sure any humans see it.
That's what the hood and dreads are for. Just love
He
hiding
nods.
myself. Yeah.
He nods and almost kind of like lazily shrugs at that, almost like it was almost like he has to say like reading Miranda rights in a way.
Right.
So again after he kind of shrugs, he takes a step. The sword kind of just jingles a little bit on his back as he tightens the strap a little bit more. I have a busy night, ladies.
Yes.
He smiles very like gently and makes his way to leave, not even really worrying about leaving you alone in here. He is sheriff, and he knows you're in here. So if anything went wrong, he kind of is the law.
He would know.
Yeah.
As you can hear the front door open, and then eventually shut as the cars get muted behind it all.
Wow. He's I've only really seen him like in music mode. I haven't really seen him in sheriff mode much, and I gotta say, he seems pretty impressive as a sheriff.
Are you coming on to Damien?
No. First of all,
Six
he's
of
young.
them on speed dial, Ava.
No,
you can't have this one.
I'm just saying, no. He's all yours. But I'm saying that, like, it's nice to see him, like, when he grabbed the blade and everything. I'm just saying, like, it's.
Dakota.
I'm just saying, Dakota. He's
Ava's gonna start using her wiles
Would you like to finish that sentence, Ava?
I'm saying he seems like he's a much better sheriff than Hodges.
Yes, he is. He takes his job extremely seriously.
He does. We told him what happened, and he immediately is taking action. He didn't have any questions. He was very like straightforward, and I don't know. It's refreshing to see that.
It is.
Is what I'm saying.
The problem is he is, of course, the sandwiches sheriff.
Yes.
That's fine. Everybody's got flaws, right?
So the question is, where do the ladies go from here?
So if I'm gonna be really honest with you, hearing Damien be like, don't break any rules. Make sure nobody sees your ears. This is just my job. Really just makes me want to go burn her club to the ground. And I know that's not how I'm supposed to.
I thought that it would make you feel the opposite because he's telling you not to do these things. And
yeah, but do you know anything about me? We've been together like 15 years. If you tell me no, my gut instinct is fuck you.
I know. So, like, I know.
Okay, it's fine. We're not gonna, but we have to do something about Grant, right? We can't just leave her alive. And as she runs for it, Grant's done.
Yeah, we need to take care of her.
I have a question. Does she drink in her club?
You have never seen her drink in her club. In fact, she offered you food, and that's when you killed somebody.
I haven't seen it.
She might, though. Doesn't mean she doesn't, just you never seen it.
Yeah. She allowed me to feed, but I haven't seen her feed.
Interesting. Well, never mind. I was gonna bug her, but I can't very well have her swallow a GPS if she doesn't drink, so okay. Well, I'm gonna be really honest. I'm fucking out of ideas. And without going against Damien's wishes, I don't really have a good option for giving you what you want or saving Grant.
I thought you, there was also the talk of going and trying to negotiate with her, right?
We could just come talk to her.
I think we should try that.
I feel both of us are really confident in this plan.
I know. I'm not really sure what.
Plus, you know what? Okay. We have to keep enough time for me to get back to the boat before Damien, because I really have not, picked up anything. It's been a kind of busy few weeks, It's just,
No, you need the time to get yourself ready for Damien and you on a boat together alone.
Don't.
So
that's not what I meant, but sure, yeah, sure. That's what I said.
So do we want to go to the club, to her club?
And scare her? Absolutely. What's the worst that could happen?
It's true. What is she going to do? She can't breach the Masquerade and try to harm us in her club. I mean, if she does, that's perfect, because then she's really in trouble. So fine, let's go to her club and try to talk to her.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna go be club goers tonight, Mathis.
Go as well.
Do you remember the last time, Avon, I went to a club?
Every time I remember, you went to the club.
Cool.
Something blows up pretty much every time.
Somebody dies.
Chicago has a
masquerade breach. It's gonna be
a masquerade breach. Hopefully,
Chicago has a bombing epidemic, and we're working on it. Okay, we're working on it. We're coming up with new solutions.
My ears hidden. I can't really. Damien made comment. I should probably
make sure that nobody sees it. Yes.
Sure. Go ahead and make me the best. I don't even know what I would want you to roll to hide it.
Subterfuge.
Yeah, give me a
charisma subterfuge.
That's kind of where I was thinking, like a charisma subterfuge to hide your fucking ears.
Fucking weird. This is just bad.
This is just
a
bad.
Bestial failure.
Nice.
Fantastic.
They are not hidden.
No, they are not. You could re-roll 3 of those, actually.
Oh, man.
And not have a bestial failure, as long as you get a success.
I guess I don't really have much of a choice.
How much willpower do you have? Yeah, no, bestial failure means the human is going to
There was a night between the Rose event and coming.
Yeah, we're about almost 24 hours-ish from last night.
I just need to know for my willpower purposes, so I would have gotten 2 back. Okay, so yes, I will spend a willpower.
All right, give me 3 rerolls. 3 dice rerolls.
3 of those, because that is a sad day.
That's not a good thing to have.
That is a sad day in Gangrel.
A success.
You got 1.
So, with 1 success, basically, on casual glance, nobody notices. But if anybody was to look closely, it'd become obvious that there's something weird about your ears, and they're, but walking down the street, nobody's really talking, nobody's noticing, nobody's taking a double look. And and those who might see you might just be wearing a weird costume or something. Who knows? It's just fucking Chicago. So eventually you make your way north of the rack, where Rose's club sat just outside of that territory, bordering closer to It would be closer to like Malkavian territory at this point, or somewhere within there. And the name of the club, I think it was like the Velvet Rope or something.
Yeah, something velvet. I remember.
Yeah, Velvet something,
Yeah.
Red Velvet something or
Velvet
other.
Underground.
Regardless,
Tacky.
yeah, very classic. But out front, as you kind of get closer and make your way toward this club, the attire of those who are entering this establishment is basically akin to Ava's. Everybody is dressed well, and it's a club that has music and dancing, but it's like high rollers only. People who have a lot of money, who like to pretend they're part of high society. They can go out here and rent a VIP room to drink with their buddies or do whatever the hell else they're going to do. And everything's just like very, very quote unquote fancy. You'll see it on the inside once you get in, but that's what you see on the outside. And it is a 2-story club. There are 2 floors to it. And through the front doors that are pretty much straight glass, you can see just a bit of the bottom floor is mostly open dance area where people are kind of just mixing. There's a DJ somewhere back there that you can occasionally catch a glimpse of as neon lights are kind of dimming and brightening and kind of creating a chaotic atmosphere. But that's about it. And there's some stairs right to the left-hand side on the inside as well that lead up to a familiar VIP floor for Ava. But as you're still maybe like half a block out as you see this and coming to the realization that, yeah, you could get her in, but she might stick out. Whether that matters to you or not, that's up to you. It may not matter. People might be too quote unquote polite to say anything, but they might just stare.
This place is actually going to bring back some painful memories for me, Dakota. This is a place where Saito and I did some dark shit.
You're muted.
Do not, don't details. No.
This is where all the civil stuff first happened.
Ava, this is that point where you pull up your big boy pants, you put on a belt, and you get with the fucking program. Do you want to get vengeance on Rose, or do you want to stay stuck in, your little Saito loss thing? Where are you at in the mourning process anyways? Hasn't it been fucking years?
It has been years, and I thought I was over him, and then he started showing up in my visions all the time.
Because
so now
you said yes to the shadow.
Yeah, at this club. So this is where this is gonna be hard for me. This is, I'm just saying.
A ritual or 2 took place in this club.
Yeah.
This is called trauma response, which you have a lot of because you have made a lot of good and bad decisions, Ava. So this is just the point where you're just gonna deep breaths, right? Ground yourself. Remind yourself that your life is defined not by Saito or Rose or anybody but Ava. Okay?
Yes. Okay. If anybody gives you a weird look, send them to me.
Everybody gives me a weird look, Ava.
Well, we'll just have all eyes on me then.
I think I'm gonna just
use
sneak in.
Oh, okay. I could just talk to the bouncer, and
you think they're gonna let me dressed in a wife beater?
It doesn't matter what they want because I'm gonna make them.
All right, let's see how this goes. I follow Ava to the door.
Yeah. As you walk to the door, there's a long line of maybe 20 to 30 people still waiting to get in as the bouncer kind of just sits and stares for a bit until you see a small earpiece in one of his ears as he listens to it, and then he lets a couple more people in. And Dakota is busy.
I realize I'm at Hunger 3. Man, me using disciplines.
Oh, no.
A little risky right now.
Yeah, a little risky. And you take a -2 penalty on dealing with any social things with humans. But you approach, and as you walk up, as you always do, past the line, they're up right to the bouncer. And the bouncer looks to you with of course, he has sunglasses on at night. He's your typical completely bald, clean-shaven, black shirt, black pants, dress shoes. And his hand's kind of just in front of him. He looks over to you. Can I help you?
Hi, you might remember me from the last time I was here. I'm gonna just use entrancement on him. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not,
Is it a rouse check for
it
that?
It is a rouse check.
Yeah,
yes.
And it's
pray for me.
complete love, right? Like completely enamored with you, essentially.
Yes. Pray for me, fam. Woo!
No
okay.
hunger.
Good. All right.
Do you even let me look entrancement?
Let me copy paste this.
Yeah.
It doesn't let me paste it in. Okay.
Yeah, the vampire focuses their unnatural allure on a single person, instilling them with a rapt fascination or infatuation akin to falling head over heels. So yeah. Needs to gain the subject's attention and win a contest to the effect, oh, couldn't the... But if you're a human, does it matter? Maybe you still need to roll? Whatever, you can roll me a charisma whiz presence, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat that. That's a huge fucking pool for you.
Yes, even with the -2, it's a big pool. Charisma plus presence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And you have something that adds presence to your presence score, but you're already rolling presence, so never mind.
And if you have any kind of, I don't know if you have like stunning, but a lot of those will add a dice.
Yeah, do you have specialties that'll do something?
I do. I have beautiful.
Yeah,
that should add +1.
At least one die. Yeah.
Yep, +1.
+1, and then okay, you know what? I'm gonna roll the 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes, just flat 6 successes. And that's not with a crit. That's just 6 flat successes. So he goes, no, I don't remember you. And then that's, you said, I use entrancement. In that moment, you lock eyes. He's looking at you through his glasses, but you can feel almost that static electricity between the two of you, ever faint, rippling just barely on the surface that only a kindred could feel. And in that moment, you let the blood run its course. The beast is clawing its way to take control, and as tempting as it is, you simply keep it at bay and use it as part of your ability to enwrap this person. What is it you say to him?
Perhaps you remember me now.
There's a moment where he takes off his glasses and you can see his brown eyes.
It's been years, but
I am actually sorry, gorgeous. Yes, of course I remember you. Yes. It's been my mistake. He takes a step back.
Of course.
I get off in about 3 hours if you wanted to grab a drink, by the way.
I would love to. Perhaps you come inside and we can have another chat.
I would love to. Your face is so familiar, but I'm sorry, I can't remember your name.
Anna.
That's right. I forgot, Anna.
Yeah.
I won't forget you again. That's for damn sure. And he takes a step back, and all that's kind of spoken not loudly, but just enough where you and Dakota could hear. And so he takes a step back to allow you through.
And I can bring in my friend, right?
Yeah, I'm with the
he looks over, and there's a look of not disgust, but like annoyance almost. But he looks over to you. You have the strangest company.
Oh, don't be jealous.
Don't worry, she's not competition for you.
You're right.
And yeah, you see him. He just he's clearly blushing as he steps back.
Yeah, I know y'all are like an 8. I'm like a 10.5. So I'm just gonna go right on in this club now, okay?
Yes.
Please. He lets you by as Ava walks by, and Dakota does as well. Now, Dakota, as the door swings open and you're met with this large kind of glass dance floor with neon colored lights that kind of blink in and out, with EDM music being faded in and transitioning into other remixes of well-known songs. To your left, there's a large staircase, large enough where there are 2 security guards that stand in front. Ava, this all looks ever so familiar to you. The stairs have that carpet that runs up the top, red as crimson as blood. And up there you can see where the row of 3 VIP rooms sit, the small area that's cut off by ropes, and individual drinks being brought to the people that are up there. A place that you have been a few times. Down here, there are plenty that are dressed incredibly well. Most of them at this point have their tie loosened, or their shoes have already been taken off and people are dancing barefoot. But they all clearly come from, we'll call it middle management, business and up, essentially, that arrive here. And they all drink their Cosmos and martinis that are on the small tables with 1 or 2 chairs around it. But down here, for the most part, people are very much enjoying the dancing. And it doesn't take long for Ava in particular to pick up the smell of ecstasy.
Yeah.
MDMA, perhaps. Something in there. Blood that you can just pick up on.
Drugs, tasty.
That
was sarcasm, by the way.
I actually am. This would be a good time for me to feed. Actually.
Oh my god.
I'm just. I mean, I'm quite hungry, and maybe I can.
You know, you do not have permission to feed here.
But she's let me before, and
certainly. Certainly,
I don't
she
give a
has let you
shit.
before. Did you did Ava? Okay, that's fine. I'll just like make sure you know
rules
by
in
law.
our bar, so you know what? I'm a bit break rules in her place. So
Great, tit for tat.
I kind of want to lingering kiss somebody in here too.
Who are you picking? Are you picking anybody at random, or are you looking for a particular type of prey?
The usual sad. If these are all business, like some crypto man or something.
Are you looking for some? Okay, let me put it this way: are you looking for somebody with a wedding ring on or off?
Off. I'll make him a sad, lonely man.
Absolutely. And you find a sad, lonely middle management man that's attempting to climb the corporate ladder, as you can hear him pouring out how frustrated he is that the person who's only been there for 2 years got a promotion and he's been there for 10. And he's drunkenly pointing at what you assume is the person he's mad at, as a large glass of what is clearly Guinness, half gone, is sat next to him on the small table. And the person who he's ranting and raving at isn't even looking at him. They're looking beyond, watching people dancing, and occasionally they might nod their head when he goes silent or something along the lines that indicates they're supposed to respond. But it doesn't take long before his drunken ramblings bother this person so much that they kind of just walk away. But he doesn't stop talking. His ramblings just become mumblings instead. He's got that 5 o'clock shadow, the sunken eyes. He's in his mid-40s with his crew cut, salt and pepper hair, and his eyes are just a dark brown. He wears a suit that is definitely not name brand.
I want to get in his view. I'm going to not make it immediately just walk up to him.
No, you just want to walk into his line of sight.
I want to walk into his line of sight.
And it doesn't take long. There's an area where there's like a spot near the wall. You could stand near, either kind of dance to yourself or lean up against the wall. What is Dakota doing during this? As Ava kind of proclaims that she's getting a drink.
I'm so glad you asked. The moment Ava's like, I'm going to linger and kiss someone, Dakota's like, oh, fuck it. Dakota goes to the place in which the best information is found in any club, which is the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, oh my God.
Dakota goes, we're going to start in the women's bathroom.
As you walk in, these are immaculately clean bathrooms. Well taken care of.
Even better for my plan, because you know what? If Ava's going to stir some shit, so am I. And so Dakota goes into the bathroom. Is there anybody in there?
Yes, there's a couple of bathroom stalls that are currently being used. And at the very front of the bathroom, a blind man with glasses, who may be in his 50s, has those warm napkins that he hands out to those leaving the bathroom.
Oh my God, it is fancy.
I know, right?
This place is fancy.
Nice.
That was it's VIP. This is
okay, the first thing I do is when I come in and the fancy guy's passing out napkins or whatever.
Yeah, the warm wet wipes.
I say, sir, I am so sorry to bother you, but you're going to want to go find some help. It seems that there's been a bad accident in the men's restroom.
He actually stands up and he's like, thanks for letting me know. And he reaches behind himself and pulls out a walkie-talkie from his back pocket before he sits back down. And you hear, we have a mess in the females' bathroom. Which stall was it, ma'am? I'm sorry.
Are we in the men's restroom?
No, it's females.
Oh,
well, he's at the door. He's at the door.
So it was the men's restroom. She was like, the men's
restroom
sorry. Has an issue. I heard the guys coming out.
He is there. He's at the door, front door, where the 2 doors are. So just to be like, we have a mess in the men's bathroom. I'm sorry, ma'am. Did you know what stall it was, or if it was a urinal on the floor?
Yeah, because I definitely used that bathroom. No, that I just heard 2 guys talking about it. I don't know what dudes do.
He nods and he just clarifies with them that there's a mess. Don't know which stall. Just bring the cleaning crew and take care of it. And then he puts the walkie-talkie back in his back pocket, and he gives you a thankful nod.
Outside of the bathroom?
Yep, he's outside. He's like in between the two doors where he would give
excuse me, duty calls, if you know what I mean. And I push past him into the women's restroom.
Sure. He doesn't say anything after that, and you walk right by him into the women's restroom. And are you looking to see if anybody's using these bathrooms?
I am. Is there any women in here?
There is a stall being it's like packed. All the stalls are being used. It's a fucking club really late at night. Everybody's drinking a ton. The men's bathroom would have been more than 2 stalls. It would have also been packed. So
okay. Well, you know what? Dakota doesn't even look like she belongs here. She looks like janitorial service in comparison. So she's just gonna play that up. And I immediately look around for like the cones, the closed bathroom door sign. I want to get these bitches out.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Make me a. Actually, you don't need to make me a wits awareness.
I don't even need to go that far. The first thing Dakota does is come in and find an empty stall, sit down, and immediately let out a groan. Oh no! And I'm gonna start plunking change from my pocket into the toilet. I'm just gonna sell this up. I want every woman to evacuate this bathroom.
Okay, all right. Manipulation subterfuge roll, please.
I want them to not even want to fucking be in here with me. Manipulation subterfuge, not my worst roll.
No, I would actually take manipulation performance as well.
Okay, no, we're gonna go with subterfuge. I'm gonna, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna rouse and add 2 dice to this. I need this to happen. Rouse me. How did I do?
You got a hunger.
I did, but not too bad. You know, I just happened to feed on a Sombra last night. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you're feeling all right.
Okay, so we're gonna go manipulation subterfuge. Manipulation with a +2 to that. A messy critical. I hope it's messy. I want it to be so messy.
Messy critical on faking to shit yourself. Interesting. I don't really know how you messy critical this, really, to be honest with you, other than the fact that you just kind of critical. You really are making it messy. We say the groaning and the like certainly gets the bathroom relatively awkwardly much quieter than it was, because there were people chatting in the lines.
Those tacos.
And then you eventually hear from the stall next to you, just quietly to herself, "Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not. This is absolutely for real. And if you don't get the fuck out of here, I'm going to start shitting on the walls."
Yep. And then eventually you do hear another, like, someone from a further stall. "Is everything okay?"
Oh, God. There's the burrito, too.
Oh, my God.
And this goes on for a while.
I just need it to clear out.
Yeah. It's tough because there's a line there. However, you're able to get rid of a good chunk of them. A lot of people basically abandon the stalls next to you stop getting used for about 2 to 3 stalls out. They just are not being touched by anybody. People are waiting in line to use the other ones.
Fantastic. I'm gonna keep making a scene. I want women to not have to go to the bathroom that bad. And while I'm sitting in here faking it with change, you know what I mean? The first thing I do is take a shit ton of toilet paper.
Clogging up.
I want to clog the hell out of this toilet. And then all I'm going to do is shimmy to the one next to it that nobody's using.
Yep, do the same thing.
Clog the hell out of that one and start flushing, baby. I'm going to flood this bathroom. I'm going to flood it.
So what we see as the viewer is Dakota getting up and quickly just like taking the toilet paper, all of it, and shoving it in the toilet. And as she flushes that first one into water, begins to bubble up and spill over the side.
Back up, I say really loud.
We the camera quick hard cuts on that scream to Ava, who's standing there and been dancing for a little bit. And we get a nice profile shot of you and him. He's maybe 5 feet from you, and occasionally lifts his head up. And one of those times he actually catches sight of you, and we watch him as he double takes a little bit, and he grabs his drink and starts making his way over to you, walking as straight as he can for as drunk as he is. Eventually he not so subtly gets like up next to you and lets a few seconds of natural silence pass, as heavy air quotes there, until he like kind of turns his head to you. "You are real cute. Has anyone ever told you that?"
I might have heard it a few times.
"Well, let me make it a few plus 1. You're cute." You're
Well,
cute. Can I get you a drink? What are you drinking?
I'll have whatever you're having. I'll have one.
Oh, a Guinness girl. Oh, that's a rarity out
Mm.
here. I'll go and I'll be right back. And he will drunkenly wander off to the bar and taking much longer than he needs to, eventually comes back with a large glass of Sam Summer.
I do love me a good stout.
Utterly oblivious to the fact that you asked for a Guinness. He seems very proud that he brings it over.
Yeah, I take it. I can't drink it, but I will.
No, you cannot.
I will hold it.
Yeah, you hold it. And he smiles. I don't think I've seen you in here before.
It's been a few years. I used to come here often, but decided to come back.
Oh, I brought you back to the land of other beautiful ladies.
I was lonely.
Woman like you?
Yeah.
You're lying. You're not lonely.
I
You
did-
probably got 1,000 boyfriends.
I just had a really bad breakup. So
I'm so sorry. He as he reaches his hand to like put it on the small of your back.
Oh God. And Ava Humanity 4 is even
You
more
have a -2
cringing.
dealing with humans.
I
though. You're not
know.
doing super well.
She's
here.
like trying to keep it in, but this is painful.
Sure. Feel free to make me resolve composure to see if you can maintain
Actually,
your
yeah.
normal, and you're gonna take a -2 on this.
Okay, I'm gonna add the -2 to my roll 20. Let's see how we do.
Oh, your resolve composure is only 2 dice. You got a 1 and a 1.
It's 4 dice.
Okay. Oh, so -2. What that
did-
means is I'm gonna
does it
remove
not?
2. Yeah. So roll your
Okay.
pool, and then I
And it's
take away
fine.
2 successes.
Gotcha. Let me do that again. It's resolve and composure. There we go.
1 success,
No,
-2
1 success.
successes, no successes. And so we watch as Ava openly kind of like she looks grossed out. You might even move away from his hand, and he pulls his hand back to him. Oh, well, I'm so sorry I offended you.
No.
I just was trying to. There are many a girls love in my hands, and I just was trying to make you feel better.
I want to take it a little slow first.
Oh,
know?
okay, that's fine. Bad breakup. I
Mhm,
get it.
mhm,
You can make
mhm.
me a now you can make like a manipulation, subterfuge or manipulation,
Manipulation.
persuasion technically, but like either one.
1 minute. Subterfuge. Okay. Well, we'll just do this.
I mean, you rolled 3. That's 3 successes. You just can't, those are just hunger dice means you can't re-roll them. So you very shall we say naturally kind of weave your disgust into your little story of a bad breakup, and he's like, I forgot. Hey, what do you do for a living anyway?
I'm a photographer.
Oh wow, I've never met a photographer before. What do you take pictures for? What magazines?
I do freelance, so.
Oh, very cool. I work for Chis Bank. I was up for promotion, me and a couple of others, and I got passed up for somebody who has barely even fucking been there. Can you believe this shit? The economy these days, I'm telling you.
No, it must be so cutthroat.
Oh, if there were daggers, blood would be fucking everywhere. I might even stab someone.
Oh. Yeah. Blood everywhere. Yeah. As Ava's hunger is like kind of rumbling
at what
up.
Point are you looking?
She eventually will kind of lean in to try to feed on him.
As you lean in, he actually is like, "What about your boyfriend?" And then it's like you go in to take a bite, and as your teeth sink in, you just feel him just go, like completely limp, pretty much. As you make it look like obviously you're kissing his neck. Are you pulling 2 or just 1 from him?
I would like to pull 2.
Okay, so you draw, and his blood is thin right now. It is very alcohol heavy, and as you take the blood in, you can taste the alcohol just coursing through his vitae. And as you imbibe it, it's something you haven't felt in a very, very long time, Ava.
Mm.
You feel tipsy.
Shit.
Your
God,
vision.
we're about to talk to Rose tipsy.
Yeah, your vision starts to feel a little off and a little bit blurry. You definitely feel a little bit more giggly in yourself. And the guy, as you pull your teeth out and you lick the wound, unless you do something, he's gonna fall backward. Do you even think about like trying to catch him?
Can I linger and kiss him also?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, do you have to spend a point?
It's free,
Okay.
actually.
And that just makes it like he will remember you. Basically, he's addicted to you.
Yep.
His eye is barely open, and there's barely a groan that comes from him as you pull his teeth. He's still alive, but he was very drunk, and now he's like 4 times that. Like he's like, he's gone. He's gonna be blackout.
I will try to grab him and place him on one of the booths.
Do you, as you grab him, do you make it look like he's heavy for you, or because Ava is a short lady?
That's true. It would probably look bad.
Yeah. So like as he falls back, you could call for a bouncer.
I think I'll get one of the bartenders or somebody and just let them know. Oh, he's passed out.
Absolutely. And I'll simply they call over and one of the bouncers makes his way over and they throw their arms under his armpits and just kind of like drag him out non-ceremoniously before he's lost to being outside. You no longer have sight of him.
Okay.
And you're there by yourself for a bit. Now you're back down to 1 hunger.
Now I feel much better.
And as you're like, you feel much better. You feel a hand on your shoulder.
Oh, fuck.
And as you turn around, it's not a face you recognize, but it is one of the bouncers.
Oh.
And as he looks you kind of up and down, I don't recognize you as being one of the ones that's allowed to do that here.
Oh no.
And as he puts his hand on your shoulder, he starts leading you toward the stairs.
Oh no. Bye, Dakota.
Dakota has no idea right now. As you start getting led, Dakota, as we go back to you.
No, I'm getting a
the
drink.
last
I'm right back.
It's gonna overflow.
We get to the last one as you're finishing flushing the third and final toilet. The water is already spilling all over the floor from the first 2, and it is quickly moving its way out and toward the door. People have already cleared out the bathroom at this point.
I'm just gonna go ahead and more TP in the sinks. I'm gonna turn all those on.
So you're clogging everything as quickly as you can.
Everything as much as possible. I want to flood this bathroom so bad.
You will. You won't have enough time to get everything because they're pretty quick responders, cleaning crew. But you get all the toilets and maybe one of the sinks before you can hear
them coming.
Basically, you can hear the cleaning crew is like talking to themselves as they're making their way in.
I quickly throw my hood up and I would like to exit as if I'm also a woman. That's like, oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to give me a manipulation performance roll.
Cool. No subterfuge, because
No, this is you performing. All right.
Cool.
No, I'll give you subterfuge. Subterfuge is fine.
Okay. I just trying to help myself out here a little bit.
I swear, whenever Ava finds like a downward slope, she just throws skis on and is like, let's go.
What we've learned, Dakota can lie about some shit.
Yeah, and so quickly you kind of scurry out and you're like, oh god, and you run out of there and nobody bats an eye. You are able to quickly get out. Make me a wits awareness on as you scoot out.
Do I take any kind of penalty for my ear? Oh no, you said that.
No, you resolved it. You're having a resolve penalty from that.
Witsies.
Because your bane is penalties to your core stats.
A bestial failure.
As a quick look around, you cannot see Ava anywhere in the crowd at all. There's too many people. They're everywhere.
Are all eyes on the women's restroom?
Like in this area, yeah, absolutely. The whole club hasn't stopped or anything like that.
You said he was blind. The man that was
the guy who's at the chair. He's blind. He's still sitting there, but he knows there's things happening. Obviously, he's not stupid, but the water isn't up to him or making it uncomfortable or making it too much.
I'm just gonna be and kind of run out and bustle past him and back my way into the men's restroom. We got one more restroom to clog. Everybody.
Oh my god!
And I assume you do the same thing here.
If I can, I will. My hope is that with the hood up and enough, because of the way I'm dressed, I can maybe get away with posing as a male figure or a young male figure.
I will say you stand out. So you running out of the female's bathroom and then you running out of the male's bathroom might be obvious to some people who might be in the same area, mainly the cleaning crew.
Next question. This fancy fucking restroom, has it got an air vent, something I could leave from.
It has multiple options. You have air vent, you have paper towels, you have your choice.
Well, I'm looking for an escape route, something I can like. Is there like
oh, you want
like,
out, like
out,
up in like the ceiling.
Ceiling, or
yes.
sometimes they put them low on the floor. You know what I mean? Like they'll do the big.
It'd be a tight fucking squeeze, but there's absolutely one you could get through.
Bring it on.
I mean, Dakota's small, so
yeah,
like, it's fine.
I start flooding the men's restroom. I want to clog urinals. I'm gonna toss urinal patties
chaos.
everywhere. Yeah,
it's just like I don't know I don't know what the plan is. But this is like I think she's just like causing chaos for Rose.
My hope is to evacuate the club, because if there's enough sewage backup and there's enough flooding, they can't let people stay.
Oh, funny. Okay, well, you start clogging everything, and give me a dexterity, like athletics roll to squeeze through this event that's in the top right corner next to the like the smoke detector and stuff.
Absolutely. Think thin, Dakota. No, I only got 2 successes. I'm gonna re-roll 2 of those.
Yep, please do.
Let me spend a willpower.
The chaos, the absolute chaos.
Dear God.
This is all, y'all.
And now Ava's like tipsy / kind of maybe drunk.
4 successes.
You are able to kind of like rip the vent off easily. And it is a tight squeeze. Ollie would not make it. Absolutely not. He's too broad-shouldered to fit here. And even you have to kind of like almost caver like really slide yourself in there. But dislocating your joints, needing to breathe in any way, none of that matters. And if worse came to worse, you could rip open the side if you needed.
Just wait it out until they.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
They're done cleaning.
You would easily, eventually, make your way outside and get the fuck out of there. And that's where we'll take a quick break. I wonder what Ollie's been doing this entire time. Maybe we'll figure that out when we get back.
It can't be as shitty as what we're doing.
That was terrible. That was terrible. Go to the bathroom, get some more drinks. What is about? Oh man, Ava and Dakota in a club just never ends with peace.
There's maybe a reason Rose has never invited me, and I'm gonna give her a really good one never to again. Like,
yeah.
I hope this is as embarrassing as it can be for her. Oops, bad sewage.
Oh no, it's terrible for her. Anyway, we're going on break. We'll be right back.
All right, we'll be back right back, everybody.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Hope you had a nice break. Hope you're all refreshed and excited to continue. Our lovely Toreador is in an interesting predicament. She's also feeling slightly tipsy, so keep that in mind. While the gangrel, the one that somehow got out on notice for the most part, we don't ask questions. I think we're just going to jump back into it because things are in an interesting spot, and I would like to see what happens next. So, without further ado, let's set the scene, rein things in, and see what Ava is about to be facing. You reach about the bottom of the stairs a couple steps away as the first floor of the club very slowly seems to evacuate. A few of the people who are perhaps more influential and carry a little bit more power make their way up the stairs past the two security guards that stand there, while the rest seem to be filtered out the front door safely. While they're not closing the club for the entire night, it will be temporarily VIP only until the mess on the first floor is taken care of. You're brought up to the front, and the security guards wordlessly step out of the way as the man still has his hand on your shoulder, and you're being led up the stairs. Are you doing anything? Do you just kind of does Ava quietly just kind of go?
I'll flirt with him a little bit.
Oh, okay. Please do.
As he puts his hand on my shoulder, I'm like, am I in trouble?
He doesn't answer your question. He continues to lead you. Does Ava try more?
I'll be like, I feel like I remember you.
I'm sure you do.
I've been here before.
Sure you have, kid. As he keeps leading you.
Are you do you
really want to keep talking right now?
Fine. I'll shut up.
You walk past the 3 VIP rooms on your right to what is a locked, like a foggy glass door on the left. There is a security key that requires him to hold up his wrist before it beeps, and you hear the lock unlock. And as it does, he pulls the door open gently. And on the inside is a lush, comfortable-looking area. A room that is certainly an office of some sort, as there is a small desk with a bundle of papers kind of piled, but you don't see a chair behind the desk, nor a computer. And there's a few big beanbag chairs that are a lush, deep red against dark black walls. And the room itself has just a single light hanging over the main small desk toward the back. The window itself has been completely blacked out professionally, as you can tell. And standing there with a paper in her hand is a familiar face. You are also not alone in this room, as there is another security guard that hangs out at the entrance on the other side of the door. She looks up to you and gives you an incredibly polite smile, and she then gently kind of just waves away the security guard as he walks out the door. The door shuts behind you, and you can hear the mechanical lock automatically whir as it goes behind you. And she gives you a toothy grin. Do you say anything, or do you wait?
I will wait for her to say something.
She doesn't last much longer, and she's like, Ava, my darling, it has been much too long.
Far
you
too
could
long.
have just asked me. I would have allowed you, of course.
Oh, really? You would
I took care of your issues last time. I haven't even called in that particular favor yet. And now it seems like you might owe me 2. And she gives that pained look.
I'm sorry, Rose. I guess it was just a little oopsie daisy.
We all have mistakes, Toreador especially. I can bring it up with the sheriff if you want me to hand it over, or I can simply take a boon from you if you'd like. I'll ensure
Well,
that the harpy has notation of it, much like she has notation of the first.
or maybe we could call it even from when you use disciplines in the lights out pub.
Well, that's quite the accusation.
Don't play dumb with me, Rose. You know I may be a Toreador, but I'm not stupid.
As far as I understood, your are they friends? Do you want to call them friends, acquaintances, business partners?
My coterie?
Your coterie, right? Those. They took something from me. I asked for it back. They thought it was their place to negotiate. They took one of my very dearest friends from me. She was having a fit of delusion. A touch of the Malkavian blood had sipped through her tongue, and she couldn't figure out where she was.
Hmm.
And instead of giving her back to me for me to take care of and to watch over her in the night, they hid her away, kidnapped her, which I believe is against Camarilla law. I could always look it up, of course. But instead of going to the big man himself, figured tit for tat. Give it back to me, and you can have your person as well. Now, I know your friend is still alive, and he may stay that way. But a transgression was put in front of my door first, and the loss of property, like a ghoul or a mortal, is much less of a punishment than taking another kindred into your custody unwillingly.
That's quite the story you've come up with,
Oh,
Rose.
I'm sorry. I thought I was speaking truth.
Look, you and I go back. Remember those days?
I do, which is why I'm surprised you even arrived without telling me. I would have expected to want to have drinks, catch up. It's been so long.
And I
I
really,
know we go back since Saito.
we do.
I miss him too.
Yeah. And I wanted to be friendly about things. I wanted to talk. I wanted to learn more about the Lasombra and what's been going on. I really have been interested in learning more, but
I feel like you know more than you let on.
maybe I do. But Rose, you really messed up what you did at the pub.
I don't know how to make it more clear that something was removed from my care. And instead of handing them back to me, I was forced to try and negotiate with Oliver Hopkins, the most
How
Ventru Nosferatu I've ever laid eyes on.
how exactly did that creature get into your care?
I told you, a kind, generous, dare I say, charitable action on my behalf. I'm assuming you met with this kindred that was taken from me. You know how different she is.
Yes.
And I wish to make sure she was safe as she came through Chicago. And instead, those who were protecting her were slaughtered. Perhaps you should go down to Berwyn and check in with them, see what happened.
Do you want her back?
I demand her back.
All right. Well, we're going to have some demands on our end as well. You need to make sure.
Or, Miss Heloise, and pardon me for cutting you off, I can cash in on both the boons you now owe me.
And what is it that you're looking for?
Oh, her. Thank you for letting me know that you have her, even if not directly. And I'd like to cash in. And we call it even. The little mess you made in the room across the hall, the weird rituals you and my dear Saito would do without telling me first. You understand that spirits can linger, and it can cause a problem. So, I say you're correct. Let's just make it even. Fair and square. I'll take those boons off of your hands. I'll no longer require them, and I will consider them fulfilled if you hand her over. How's that sound?
Fine. We'll hand her over.
Fantastic. I want her here, and if you could do it before sun up, that would be fantastic. But I'll give you till tomorrow if you need it.
Well, we're not going to bring her here.
Oh, I'm not going to go where you dictate me to go. That's not how boons work. I did you 2 favors now. I just want one from you. I hope you're not as hungry as you were, though, and I hope it was satisfying. The people here are rather enjoyable. The taste of the blood always so sweet.
It was very satisfying. Yes. Thank you.
Is that what you came to see me for? Instead of seeing an old friend, my sweet Eloise, you came to do business? How very, very Toreador of you. Oh,
I would
no, that's more Bentru of you. You've been hanging out with that Nosferatu for too long.
Really, Rose, it could have been on much better terms if you had not did what you did.
I failed to see the fault in my actions. I'm merely reacting to the crimes that were put upon me. If I don't have her by tomorrow, I'll simply go to, if need be, the prince, and we'll have it settled in the court of law.
Mathis, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but we just filled a Saito bar.
You say bearer of bad news.
Yeah.
I say it just expedites some things.
He always says that.
Yeah, always, and it always does.
Fine.
Tomorrow night, I'll expect you. You'll bring him into the club. My bouncers will escort you up here. I'll take her off your hands, keep her safe, make sure that Malkavian blood didn't do any permanent damage. And next time, let me know you're coming. I'll reserve you a room. And tell me what you want, and I'll have the food there waiting for you. And we can talk and catch up and remember the good times when Saito was around.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one was quite as a good kisser as he was, huh?
Oh my God.
Y'all,
Swear
Mathis
to
just stepped
God,
up a level
yo.
in Mean Girl. Did y'all know he was
Yo,
capable of that?
yo,
I'm just in Rose's
Yo.
mind right now. I'm not being me. I'm just existing in the world. Existing in the world.
God. Well, that's it. All right, everybody.
Would you like to make a Fury Frenzy check? Is
Yeah,
that-
I would like to make a Fury Frenzy. Yeah.
And all I hear is that people just kind of want to kiss Josh, and that's okay. Like I
That's
might
what
be
it
on
seems
board
like.
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could just straight be lying
Wants
too.
to kiss Josh.
Everybody wants to smooch Josh.
That's really why we started playing VTM, everyone.
You, with 3 successes, you succeed in holding back.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, God.
It's unfortunate for you now, but good for you in maybe the long term. And she gives like a sympathetic smile, not like a smarmy one, but like a, I know too, like what you lost.
Rose. Ava's a little buzzed, so
Tiny bit.
You know, your name is Rose, and it's unfortunate that you didn't get to be part of my clan because you're just as slimy as the rest of us.
Now that's just got to be the alcohol talking.
Oh, please. Tell me how you really feel, and I'll tell you how I really feel. We've been sitting in this room acting like we're friends, but we're not.
You're starting to sound like you're getting mad, Ava.
Starting to get mad. Why do you play this innocent little facade all the time? Just show your true colors. Show everything that you Lasombra love to do. Show how conniving you really can be.
I need you to roll me a wits awareness simply because you're drunk and it would take you a moment. This is a good time to have you make this roll, I think. As you get mad. It's 2 successes, and you're welcome to re-roll 3 of those. I don't know what kind of willpower you're looking at.
I'll hold on to the willpower. 2 successes.
You feel, I would say, the best way to describe it is a strange weight, perhaps. When you move your arms or as you speak and you're animated, it's not like it slows you, but there feels to almost like there's resistance at trailing behind your movement, something almost immediately behind you. And as you begin to pay more attention, you realize something in two layers, shall we say. One, it's not a weight, really. It's more like an energizing static. Being in this club, from the moment you stepped in to now that you think about it, there's more of a possession over the shadow that falls behind you. As if there was Dakota nearby or anybody else who would know, the shadow seems to move in lockstep with you without skipping a beat. You truly feel power here. The veil is thin, something you can feel while you're in here.
Hey.
And more importantly, anytime you use or any abilities from the Lasombra, you get a bonus to your rolls while you're within this building.
Good to know that that's a thing.
But it feels energizing, like static.
Okay.
It's the best way to explain it.
Okay. I get up and walk toward her.
She, as you walk toward her, she doesn't back away, but she places the paper that she was holding down properly. How close are you getting?
I'm gonna get, like, if she's at her desk, I'm gonna walk right up to the desk and lean into her.
And you lean in with your hands on the desk and
don't fuck with me, Rose. You have no idea what I'm capable of now. Or do you? Because you're not stupid. So tell me what you fucking know.
This is starting to get, like, perhaps closer to threats, I think, Ava. Listen, I don't know what you're accusing me of. I don't know what you're capable of. You're right. It's been years since I've seen you, and the last time we came...
And I'm not a dumb girl like I was back then, Rose. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to make stupid mistakes.
Get it out. Let it go.
Don't act like a therapist right now, okay?
I just understand what it's like to be frustrated with your own insecurities.
Oh my God. This fucking bitch. I swear to God, I am going to kill her right now. She's done.
I think you should just leave. Take a breath. Go find your coterie mates. And I would love to have a night with you where we can discuss things when whatever emotions are bubbling forward aren't there to dictate how you feel. Maybe it's because you and Saito shared some intimate moments here. I understand. Places can be triggering. Just take the night, Ava Heloise. And I'll see you tomorrow when you bring Val back, right?
Yeah. When we bring Val back. I'll see you tomorrow, Rose.
She smiles and gives you a gentle, like a polite smile. I'm just curious if Ava's actually leaving or not. I'm very curious what the next action's about.
The urge to do it.
Do you think she would be on the verge of yet another frenzy? As she is drunk, it would be easier to approach Frenzy or Tipsy. But I'm giving you the option as the player because you know Ava better than I do.
If the like, I
Maybe
can't.
that last line triggered her. I don't know.
I can't make things bad here. She's got her retainers or ghouls, whoever the hell they are here. I can't. I'm smarter than this.
The one guard is standing on the outside of the door. On the inside of this room, it's just you and her.
I'm gonna be the bigger person here. I'm not the bigger person because I totally.
I guess the answer is do you want to resist a frenzy, or do you think Ava would be able to resist the frenzy on her own?
I'm gonna try one more frenzy.
You want to roll? Your call.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, please do.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. All right. I rolled 2 successes.
I'm gonna check something real quick.
I had issues with when I was playing my game. These frenzy checks like never worked for me. So
oh really?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I assume.
You think they're rolling the wrong pool?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check.
The frenzy is your willpower plus
220.
Yeah. I have this also bookmarked.
Yeah.
Because this bitch, I swear. I feel like I could kill her.
Would you consider her your inferior?
Yeah, she's inferior. First of all, her name is Rose, and she's a like.
No, 2 successes is what you need. 2 successes is it.
Okay.
Public humiliation, insulted by an inferior, or provocation.
Oh, right. The chart.
2.
Yeah.
Friend killed is also a 2, hilariously. But a lover or touchstone is a 3, and a lover or touchstone killed is a 4.
It's weird.
So it's Saito dying, but he's already dead, so you don't have to worry about that. So you resist for the time being. We'll worry about the rolls and if it's doing the right pool another time. You rolled 2 successes regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to hold back though the beast, the slithering snake that spits venom from your lips, coded as words, wishes nothing more than to just take care of this problem for you. She's got to speak more than anyone has had any right to, the way she does with you. Your beast wishes simply to put her in her place. But you resist. After she says that, do you simply turn and walk? Or do you say anything else?
I will just leave.
Okay. And we watch as Ava just quietly turns and walks. As she gets closer to the door, with each step, Ava's physical demeanor, the way she carries herself, brightens, straightens out, and becomes the elegant Ava we all know and love in simply 3 striding steps. From frustrated and truly upset to composed, elegant, and ever so polite. The door opens as the security guard turns to make sure it's you, and you smile like you just do and walk by. Briskly down the stairs as you have to quickly lift your dress up just a bit so it doesn't hit the water on the bottom as it's all being cleaned up. And you make your way outside. Dakota, you've recently been outside in the alleyway, and you've heard people...
I have a question. Yeah, I'm going to chill in this alleyway. As I was, slithering through this air vent, how light tight would you say it is?
Pretty light tight.
Pretty light.
You ask, like, if you were to stay there overnight?
Yeah.
That might be risky. It's not like 100%. It's not built to, like, keep a kindred safe.
Sure. But say it was a good enough hiding spot until, say, the lights go out at the club.
Yeah, you could hide in there before. I'm just saying the sun would not be, you would not best be safe from that. It would trickle in through the vent on the outside, into the vent itself, and even just a freaking this much of sun will start burning you away.
Yeah, cool. Actually, I have a power I've never used that helps with that, the sun thing. But, maybe one day in dire circumstances.
Yeah.
I just thought, okay, here's what Dakota is going to do. She is going to hang out in this back alleyway and in the vent to listen for as much information as possible until the absolute last minute.
Gotcha. Seeing if we can pick up any like interesting or worthwhile conversations.
Right? Because
okay, yeah, I know you're asking for.
Dakota hasn't quite been recognized or identified yet, which means she has an opportunity to get information.
Yeah, I would say give me a wits awareness roll as the roll.
This is super important. So
you can rouse the blood if you'd like.
I'm gonna.
Does Ava even look for Dakota, or does she storm back to like just into the bar, lights out pub?
I would look for Dakota.
Okay, very quickly you'll find her in the back alley. Let her know what she after this.
I kind of give you the like.
Yeah, so you're waiting for her.
Yeah, and as you kind of come around the corner, Dakota's like, "Get out of here! They haven't seen me yet." And I suspect since you were taken upstairs, that you got in some trouble.
Well, the way I'm working this is she's gonna approach you right when everything is about to go out, because shortly after Ava the conversation ends, Rose is shutting the club down.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And Dakota's
So
like, you gotta go. I gotta skim back in this thing.
Two successes. You want to re-roll 2 of those dice?
Yeah, this is important.
What's your willpower at right now?
I'm at 4 of 5. Right? I'm at 4 of 5.
Not too bad.
No, once I get into it, nope,
so
not this time.
2 successes. While you don't get any like incredibly like intrinsic information, you would learn, or at least kind of gather from what you heard, that the club shutting down was not certainly part of the plan. Initially, it was to keep the club open, but now the club is being shut down kind of impromptu. That's it. Whatever that means with the amount of successes you are and where you are and the noise, it's like you've not got much more than that. You kind of more got.
This is the first time Dakota's been here. In my casing of the joint and, my bathroom shenanigans, can I get a head count on security? You can give, that would require a wits investigation roll. Not my best, but I'm just going to make it flat. Dakota's just going to hope for the best here.
Yeah, I'm looking for basically. I'm looking for 3 successes
all
here.
All 3 then probably. Oh, come on, roll 20. It doesn't look like it went through. We'll try.
Tracy looks. I'm mostly watching Tracy on camera right now, and she's like, "You look like IRL furious."
I got 2.
2. I'll give you. You were counted anywhere between 10 and 15. The big facility and security's pretty tight.
Maybe at a 2, I don't know, but are they kind or kindred?
Oh,
or is it a mixture?
The only one you really got close enough to was the guy at the front, and he seemed like kind. He was breathing. He was like acting human.
Okay.
You didn't touch his hand, but Ava got to feel his hand on her, and he had warm hands. So
right.
you know it's kind.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume some of them are kind, at least, if not all of them. Okay. Dakota's basically cases the joint, gets as much information as possible.
Yep. So as you get like 10 to 15 guards, club closed impromptu, and it's very shortly after that the club gets closed down. Ava actually comes around the corner looking for you for the first time. And that's when you're crawling out of the vent.
I kind of put it back, to make it look like I didn't come out that way. And I'm like, I pull Ava over out of the way.
Yep.
For a quick chat.
People are gathering outside as they're all leaving through the front door.
Ideally, I don't want anybody to see us together.
No, most people are preoccupied and leaving, especially if you're around back. Really, nobody's coming around back to like piss on the walls and stuff here. The security just doesn't allow it.
Okay.
We just leave.
Ava, how do you look as you to Dakota?
Honestly, furious. Like, not great. She's fucking pissed.
Okay, I have an idea. How bad was it? How big of a bitch was she?
The fact that she acted like.
Yeah, but you just want to go to the fucking bar.
I just want to kill her.
Okay. Yeah, so you
what?
You have to get her the lights out.
Tonight's all about pettiness, Ava, and I have a treat for you.
What's your treat?
We're standing next to a dumpster, right? Disgusting
There's
Chicago
a dumpster. Yeah, like not far away.
I run over to the dumpster and. I'm not going to make Ava do it. I dig out the smelliest trash, the most disgusting used diaper, like the nastiest shit I can gather. I open the air vent, and I will skimmy back in to push it as far into the middle of the air vent as possible.
Oh, you find a bag that is from the club that you could see just vomit like cleaned up on
perfect.
stuff. And even if you just like decide to like
Yep.
take a whiff, yeah. So you open up that trash bag and shove it into the vent.
And I just kind of I push it as far
Slam
back
the
so like
vent up.
it you know, and it's an air vent, which means now they're really fucked because there's no airflow thanks to this disgusting trash bag. So I'll just let that simmer in the Chicago, you know.
And it's summertime, so it's gonna be
heat
hot.
for a few weeks. Good luck getting that smell out of the carpet.
Blech.
When I'm all done, I turn back and I'm like, okay, I have to go meet Damien to pass over some stuff. What did
You're all gonna meet back at a club, I
What did
imagine.
she say?
Yes. She wants.
Just wait till everybody's in the same room for Ollie's sake.
Fuck it, I have to go turn this thing over
Yeah,
to Damien.
exactly.
I'll meet you at the bar.
Yes, meet me at the bar.
So we cut very quickly to the outside of a very familiar looking dock where a yacht has kind of been sat drifting ever so slightly near the docks. And we actually follow up as we cut again, no longer from like an aerial view of the dock, but instead from right behind Dakota's shoulder as we're following her marching up to your boat where Damien is already sat outside looking at a small flip phone.
Oh, he's already here. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, he went right there.
Great. I woke up and I'm like, I'm really sorry about being late.
He claps the phone shut, and he shoves it into one of his jeans pockets. Like, no big deal. She hasn't gone anywhere.
Well, you know, just some Toreador trauma, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're gonna take a short boat ride to them. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll load up, and Dakota has below deck a map of the lake here and a latitude longitude type thing. I got a nice little X mark. We're gonna go fishing.
As he steps onto the boat, would the dogs react to him? Do you think negatively, positively? He is a Bruja.
That's a great question. I don't know. I look at both of them and I'm like, sit, be nice.
They obey and quickly sit. One with already panting with like his tongue lagging out the side of his mouth. Damien just walks by him and he chuckles a little bit to himself. You have your hounds and I have mine.
Yeah. That's Jim and that's Clyde. I named them after the two fathers that didn't raise me. Okay. Just
as you say that, and he reaches over to the nearest one and just kind of pats it on the head. Always good to keep your trauma safe, I guess.
You know, there's nothing like naming a dog after somebody you hate. So I'm just gonna, and I kind of turn the boat on to drown out.
You hear like the engine
awkward
revs up and it
conversation,
starts to shake a bit, and eventually pull out and begin driving down or boating out.
So
to the
I just
middle
hit
of
the
lake.
latitude and longitude. When we get out there, Dakota kind of, you know what? She probably either cast a net or the way that you kind of pull up like a crab trap, right? Like there's an attachment, there's a buoy of some kind that you grab and lift from. And so she hauls a tarp with a body, chain, cinder brick, the whole 9 yards out of the water.
As you're pulling it up and it's getting above the surface level of the water, we hear the large splashing as the water runs off the sides of the tarp, as we see feet dangling out one side, and up top an arm, and the side a profile shot of a very pale looking body. Obviously, to a mortal eye, this looks like a corpse. This just looks like a corpse that should be waterlogged by now. But every night, the body in its way resets. And as you pull it all the way up, she's just soaking wet in torpor, kindred.
Well, there she is.
Now, at least you weren't lying. Not that I thought you were, but...
Look, I don't really do lying, at least not well, and I don't really have a reason to lie to you. So I thought, since we're out here in this really isolated, secluded place, I'd just be kind of real with you for a second.
He looks up to you, and he just simply says, "Oh, if it matters, is what you're getting at. Jackson trusted you, so I trusted you. But now that we've worked together, I trust you over more than just because Jackson trusts you."
Thank you. So yeah, we some shit went down about 24 hours ago.
So you said.
You and I both know Ollie's bar is marked as, by the Prince, safe territory. No discipline use.
It's technically his territory.
Right.
He lays the laws down, but it is not recognized as an official Elysium.
Sure. Doesn't really matter either way, considering the fact that, you know, Rose came clip-clopping, chasing a woman, another kindred, into Ollie's bar.
She seemed in distress. More importantly, she seemed like she was attempting to get away from something. Later on, we found out about the lupine attack. It seems that Rose and whoever she was with was moving this woman, transporting her.
Interesting.
We
do you know who
offered
this woman is? Do you still have contact with her?
No, let me get to the end of that story. So, the truth of the matter is we offered the woman some help, a safe haven. Rose saw this as an attack, a taking of her things, as she felt, whatever reason, she owned this woman. The problem is, we tried to offer this woman some safe haven to downplay the fact that Rose was full on going to breach the Masquerade and use disciplines in Ollie's bar, in front of a bar full of non-kindred patrons.
Was the Masquerade breached? Are any mortals aware of she or using them? And if so, do you have their names?
We were aware. The mortals have been dealt with.
He takes a minute and you see his tongue under his lip roll across the front of his teeth before he kind of just clicks it.
As always.
I don't know how to say this without maybe disappointing you. I apologize ahead of time, but while technically he transgressed on Ollie Hopkins' rules, no Camarilla tenant was shattered.
Yet.
It's up to Hopkins if he wishes to pursue punishment under the legality of the Camarilla, ask for a boon or a favor of some kind.
Oh, I'm not done.
My apologies.
After the woman chose to stay with us, we learned a little something I've never seen before. She was a special kind of kindred. She called herself a salubri.
I am familiar with the name, and I understand that they're rare, and I know why.
She hinted at the fact that she's been held captive against her will, and that her life was in danger. No surprise based on what I learned about them. So we offered her safe haven. Rose saw this as a slight against something that she owns. And now she has it out for us. But she did breach the Masquerade. When she attacked me, in public, with 2 of her goons. For no reason. As I did not have her precious salubri.
If the Masquerade was breached, then I need to know the names of the mortals that saw you.
On site?
Yes. Or at least a description of what they looked like in the general area you believe they live.
I'm happy to let you know where it happened so you can case the area, as well as potentially the ghoul that saw it. But the problem is, Ava's trying to kill that ghoul. And if you want to question him, Rose is trying to kill that ghoul, and if you want to question him, you're going to have to stop Rose from whatever shadowy bullshit she's put on him. Or else he's gonna die. Whatever you choose to do, I just wanted to be a little bit more transparent than I was when I showed up at your door.
It's appreciated.
The fact of the matter is, whatever business they got into and whatever came running through Ollie's door went from being a La Sombra problem to being a Loud One's problem, and we solved it. Unfortunately, the woman ran away, and we have no idea where she is.
Welcome to roll a manipulation subterfuge.
Technically, Dakota doesn't know.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I mean,
right,
I know that the hedge took her, but
okay, gotcha.
Dakota doesn't know, like, how
I know what you're
Ollie
saying.
would be the only person that, like, knows who took her. Like, Dakota's like, yeah, we don't have her anymore.
That's
not
I mean, if
a
you
lie.
say, like, you don't have her anymore, that's fair.
The fact of the matter is, we don't have her anymore.
Yeah.
She's gone. I can't give Rose something that we don't have. If she wants her, she can go and find her. Hell, I'll point Rose in the right direction. But she can't keep showing up on our doorstep, threatening me and mine. Especially not in a territory claimed to be Oliver Hopkins. or his property.
He does he takes another moment before continuing to speak. It's difficult. I feel I am wearing what fucking golden handcuffs in the situation. This all falls under the second tradition. The domain is Ollie's, and all therefore problems and resolutions need to fall to him, unless those problems and resolutions break what is essentially, I guess you could consider like federal law. And so far, at least from what you've said, while questionable at best, none of them truly break any of the 6 traditions. And I, without a word from the prince, not act on this.
I close the gap between Damien and I, and
Sure,
I get
yeah.
personally close.
You get, we get, what would you say, like 6 inches, a foot?
Yeah, enough space for Jesus, but
Just barely.
Just
enough.
barely. And I step in and I say, I didn't tell you all of this for you to have to do something. I didn't tell you because you're the sheriff. I told you because you are someone that I trust. And the fact of the matter is, unless Rose releases her spell or dies, Ollie's ghoul will. And I don't know what to do, Damien. Because part of me really wants to rip Rose's pretty head off. But I know that I can't. And somewhere in there, she's fucked up. And I need to figure out why and how so that I can assure that her fuck up isn't Oliver Hopkins' problem anymore.
He's clearly taking those words in and chewing on them mentally. He doesn't ever break eye contact with you. Listen. I'm going to try and say this the best way I can, Rain. As long as nobody finds... No, he wouldn't say it like that. As long as you don't break the traditions. And I have to come looking for you. There is no problem. You understand what I mean? I follow the letter of the law. I don't follow the rumors. It's not my job. It's the Harpy's job.
How much good he is. Anyways.
She has her uses.
Yeah.
Just so long as I don't get word you break a tradition, I can't come knocking at your door.
You can come knocking at my door anytime, Damien.
He gives a gentle, breathy, like, simple little laugh that you often don't get out of his kind of stoic and overly relaxed demeanor.
That being said,
that's when I mean, perhaps you kind of pull back a little bit and the camera pulls back with you, just enough to, now there's room for Jesus and his little brother.
Yeah, and his little brother. That being said,
in case rumor turns into reality,
so long as it stays rumor.
I just thought you'd like a heads up. That way maybe
I have no reason to investigate unless somebody brings any evidence to my doorstep.
You can say avoid Ollie's pub for a while and us just to assure that you don't accidentally see something you shouldn't.
He just shrugs. I have no reason now, nor do I see a reason to visit Lights Out Pub in the future. It's been a bastion of peace for a few years.
That being
It's always been
said,
that way.
while you're looking into this lupine problem, sure would be nice if they just happened to find out about a club where the rest of those La Sombre are at.
He actually, like, before you finish the sentence, he shakes his head. Now you're speaking crazy talk, Dakota.
You've known me for a while. Is there anything else I speak?
You speak crazy talk that could kill a lot of good people,
Maybe.
as well as the ones you're trying to get rid of. Lupine aren't exactly known for holding back when they smell what they...
Maybe it's just a bias. But the city has become overrun with shadow.
He nods. It's one of the unique things about your clan, I guess. You're one of the only ones who, or rather, he would go, yeah, you're one of the only clans that ever can really even speak to them on a semi-peaceful basis for any period of time.
And I have. That threat of my life, of course. Surprise, surprise.
You're still here, and that's all I care about.
It's Dakota's turn to laugh awkwardly.
I should get us back to shore before you're missed. Don't need everybody thinking that I've killed the sheriff. At least not a second
time. He seemingly acts like he pretends not to hear that last part.
Yeah. I say it as I turn the boat real loud.
And as you do, he kind of just throws his thumbs in his pockets, and he walks up the stairs to just watch the water as it goes in. And as you dock, he quickly throws the person over his shoulder. He had already made a quick call in a car as it pulls up that he's able to throw her body in the trunk as it backs up close to your boat. Nameless folk, probably ghouls, you would imagine, are the ones driving.
And just on his way out, I just kind of grab his arm, and
yep.
I pull him close.
He would be patting the trunk and like saying something to them as you reach over and grab his arm, and he turns back to look at you.
I know rumors aren't your thing, but if you happen to hear something during that interrogation that might help us out, you think you can
I'll make
come
sure
knocking on my
Jackson
door?
here. He actually will just go, I'll make sure Jackson hears of it.
Perfect. Thanks, Damien.
Take it easy now, you gotcha?
4 wheels to the bar. I'll see you next time.
Stay safe.
I throw the dogs back, let him do his thing, and I hit the skateboard to the bar.
And he says some words to the driver. The car leaves without him, and he just walks off to the sidewalk and just starts strolling away in the opposite direction. I would say, Ava, did you walk back, or did you take like a cab back to the bar? Because if you walk back,
she made
you
a
and
man
Dakota would
carry
probably
her on
arrive.
his back out of aggression.
If you're storming back on walking, then you and Dakota would arrive around the same time, basically.
Honestly, Ava needs a walk.
Yeah, okay.
She needs to blow off that steam. She's furious.
Dakota, you can just barely see Ava entering the front door of the Lights Out pub as you're about to block out.
Okay, I slow down to let her arrive first.
Yep.
Just to make her feel good.
Yeah, you wait. As you enter a bar, of course, everybody's looking at you, but do you give a damn? Are you even bothering with people right now? I didn't think you don't even give your friendly gaze to the regulars. No. You merely walk quietly to the back or to the closed booth?
To the booth.
Okay. You go over to the booth, but you can actually hear Grant's voice. Hey, boss. Yeah, he just points at the booth where Ava sits, and as she's sitting down, the front door, or maybe the back door would open for Dakota as she skateboards in. And it's as you're taking your apron off, Ollie, that Dakota walks into the kitchen from the back door, skateboard in hand.
Well, tonight's been a shit show.
Hey, it feels like it's been a lot of that lately.
Well, you're still here, so the Witch of the Yards must still like you.
Yeah, she thinks I'm cute or something. Don't know what that's about yet.
Doesn't everybody?
No, that's bullshit. Bullshit. That nobody thinks I'm cute.
Okay,
Get out of here.
Before this gets awkward, Ava, would you like to tell Ollie what
come to the booth?
Is? Oh, right. Excuse me.
So as you look out, you just see Ava. She's like, "Come to the fucking booth."
Oh, she's being rather forceful.
When was the last time you've seen Ava this mad?
I was pretty mad when Celia left, but I was more upset. Yeah. This is she's not messing around.
Ollie grabbed a really nice bottle of wine.
I can't drink it.
Okay, well, you can look at it.
And you just hear Grant, oh God, they're fucking grumpy shit, dude. I don't want to get involved. Oh, hey, boss. Oh, that whole death thing. Oh God, I feel real sick. I'm gonna take the night off. Oh,
Grant,
okay.
Just don't make any jokes, okay? This is because of you.
Hey, Grant.
Listen.
Oh. I was gonna say something nice, but maybe Grant should take the night off.
Oh yeah, that was a kick in the balls. Damn.
I mean it because I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, no, got it. Loud and clear. Beautiful. Loud and clear.
I stop Ollie with a palm.
I'm like, listen, I don't know what went down, but she went up to the VIP lounge while I was
How about rather than whispering, you come sit down?
Just be nice and don't mention
She's
Saito.
like looking at you through the service window because the kitchen's not that big.
Just be nice and don't mention Saito, okay?
All right, but I mean, is it weird that I kind of like it when she's this loud? It's a little strange.
He has a type 2, all right?
That's a very different set of trauma we'll have to deal with tomorrow, okay?
Hey, look, you instilled this in me, okay? It's your fault.
God, everything's my fault. And I ripped the VIP curtain back. Anybody else? You want me to sit in the middle? You know what? Let me just be sandwiched in between all the blame tonight, okay? Okay.
Don't even say the word sandwich right now.
Okay. I am.
That static feeling is gone, by the way. It left when you left the building.
Of course it did. Of course.
So, would you like to tell us about your evening, Ava?
Yeah, Ollie. You know what? We went to that club, to Rose's club, with a couple of agendas in mind. But honestly, the minute I walked into that club, all of the memories, all of the painful shit that I had to deal with in that place all came flooding back. And in that moment, I really didn't give a shit. Honestly, fuck the Masquerade. I don't even, or fuck the Camarilla rules, or whatever feeding fucking rules.
Let's just say that low, just low.
I'm sorry.
She's just ranting and raving.
Ava is also still buzzed.
We're just gonna
slightly
just that
from
part bring
feeding.
Bring that down a notch, okay?
Can Ollie tell that you might you got something going
Ollie, she clearly fed from somebody who was drinking. And yeah, there's definitely something going on. Ava looks like slightly drunk.
Did Rose say anything of importance, Ava?
No, and that's the problem. She didn't crack at all. And I did, and that's the problem. She got under my skin, but I didn't get under hers.
Oh,
and that's
no. We're under her skin. Are you joking? She ran like a scared puppy dog when, I came running at her.
Then
she knows she fucked up. Now she's just...
No, she has a perfect little story that she made. Oh, this kindred was under my care, and you all took her from me. And, I wouldn't have to report that into the prince now, would I?
All those kind that were in the bar that night where she was clearly running from Rose. Remember?
Yeah.
Mikey or whatever the fuck his name was.
Tim.
Oh, Tim.
He's a regular.
They're real close.
He's a regular, isn't he?
Yeah.
You'd say maybe a couple of those people that witnessed Rose chasing this woman against her will here in your bar.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, but don't worry, she'll have a story for that too, because she just has everything so perfectly crafted.
She can have it as well crafted as she wants, but the only thing that Damien needs that I don't have is witnesses.
Well, I don't know if we have any witnesses that we know of.
Ollie just said all we need is to prove that she did not own that woman, that woman was running from her and sought protection at Ollie's bar, which, under the prince's rule, has its own rules, and therefore we can protect her any way we want. She can't own a kindred. She can only own a ghoul.
Right, well, I maybe I'm not seeing it clear. Like, what does Tim have to do with this? Just eyes on the prize, see that he saw what happened.
Yeah, we need some people to back our story up. It may mean that Damien has to do a little.
And then,
he's gonna kill him.
No, they'll probably just wipe their mind or something.
You think Damien's got that kind of control?
I guess what I'm saying is I've already talked to Damien, so it doesn't matter what her pretty story is. Damien knows our side of the story. And that means that he is working his angle the best he can. He made it very clear that because it happened in Ollie's bar, and therefore it is under Ollie's rule to deal with the situation, it is Ollie's to handle.
If it's Ollie's to handle, then maybe we just handle it.
Killing her is still illegal according to Camarilla law. Boons, that kind of thing is what is expected. Tremere could ask for blood.
She dropped a problem on Ollie's doorstep, her problem, and we solved it. It just so happens that the woman who was running from Rose decided not to stay with us, and she's long gone to the wind.
Well,
We have nothing to return to Rose because we don't own that woman, nor did we keep her hostage.
let's just say Rose is expecting us to bring her there tomorrow to the club.
Yeah, well, Rose is expecting a lot of shit, like perfect lipstick and respect, but she doesn't have either of those.
Why is she expecting him tomorrow?
Because it's part of me owing her. It's a part of our boons. I fed in her club when I wasn't supposed to. And so now she wants...
Yeah, well, I'd say the Masquerade breach of the three-eyed woman running down the streets of Chicago into Ollie's bar, that thing we cleaned up for her, seems like a pretty fair trade for something as simple as cleaning up a body in her own fucking club. She can bring all the catty bullshit she wants to my table. She will not politics her way out of this.
What's the bar? What's the camera situation like?
I could tell you what the situation is. That place is a hub for La Sombra. Okay? That is the epitome of La Sombra abyssal bullshit.
What do you mean hub?
I walked in there. When I was there, I felt like it was electric, okay? Like I could just channel the shadow
the song?
right. No, Dakota. I felt like I could channel every shadowy part of whatever's with me right now in that club. It's the veil is thin there.
Is it?
And she can use any of her powers way better at that club. I could use any of whatever I have.
Keep in mind, part of the reason the veil is thin is because of the multiple sacrifices / feedings that you've done. You've killed, I think, at least 2 people there. Never mind how many Saito
Technically,
killed.
one was Saitos.
One was a joint effort, you know? It was a joint effort on one of them.
Okay, wait.
So we cannot meet in her club because she's going to be epitome of powerful there.
What if they didn't have a club?
The bombing brigade returns.
Are we gonna burn it down?
I have a better idea. Ollie, you know the sewers better than any of us, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty intimate with it.
There has got to be a tunnel or sewage drainage or something that runs underneath her club.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to
there
flood
is.
it again, Dakota?
I don't know what you're talking about, Ava. Plus, that wasn't me. That was this disgusting woman in the women's bathroom.
Of course. Yes.
That being said, I was thinking we could, I don't know, affect the stability of the foundation. Let the whole fucking thing collapse in on itself.
I'm gonna be honest. I want nothing more. I don't care about Damien's laws, about Kevin's laws, about the Camarilla's laws.
Call him Kevin.
I don't care about any of that right now. I want her dead. I want her gone. I want her not a problem. I want her not a thought in this city anymore.
Okay.
I want her gone.
Okay, we're gonna work on that, Ava. But you know
Honestly, and I don't care. We're meeting her tomorrow, and between the 3 of us, I know that the veil is thin there, and she probably can use her shadowy bullshit. But
up to 15 security she has wandering about that place.
We need to take care of this problem, and we need to do it tomorrow.
All right.
I'm not sitting around. I was so close to ripping her head off in that room, Dakota. I don't even want to talk about the things she said about Saito in that room.
Oh,
I don't even want to talk about the things that she tried to instigate me in that room.
Okay, cool.
That means she wants to talk about it.
She's just trying to get in your head, Ava.
She's trying to get in my head.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's working. So this is why I do karate, because 1, I need to punch things on a regular basis, and 2, I've got to find some peace in my life. You are better than this woman, and more importantly, you have something she doesn't. Me and Ollie. So stop worrying about trying to compare yourself. You fucking know Saito only did what he did with her for whatever it is he needed to get. His shit with you was genuine. Don't let her catty words belittle the things that mean the most to you. That being said, she's going to fucking die. We just have to be smart about it. Because as much as you don't want to follow those rules, we have to, or else somebody is going to take your head, Ava Heloise. And it could possibly be me, because there's been twice tonight, I've had to think about the fact that, maybe it's not just your life on the line. So, any thoughts, Ollie? Maybe a clever way to, sewer her in and sewer her out? I did find a way in and out of the building out back through a sewer grate, though right now it's a little clogged.
Are there cameras?
Did I see cameras, or did it look like it
Oh,
was mostly
yeah.
security?
No, there are cameras. The thing is, the Somber just don't show up on them.
Right. Yeah, there are some cameras in the place. It's pretty hefty security, honestly. And the blind guy passing out towels outside the bathroom, I'm pretty sure he's on a different level than the rest of us.
I do wonder, actually, you'd probably start to piece together maybe even Ava. You remember, Saito owned a bunch of stuff. Where that money went, nobody really knows. But it looks like Rose is living rather well, and the club has certainly gotten a lot more luxurious since the last time you were there.
Was his money funding that club?
Oh, it might be now. She might have somehow been able to get it. You
She's
don't know
something.
where it went. And she worked with him for a long
Oh,
time.
no, she got his will. She
That-
got all the money, Ava.
I hate that bitch even more now.
Okay.
Do we know where she's staying?
No, I don't know where she stays. She just loves that fucking club, and she's always there.
I imagine.
Hey, sorry guys, can we take a quick 5-minute break? Let me let my dogs outside and then I can come back. Because there's a part
Yeah,
there's
that's
more to go,
perfect.
but they're gonna keep barking us to take them out.
5 minutes, coming back.
Thank you guys.
everybody.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. right, thank you for the break. Dogs should be good now. They've had dinner, they've gone outside.
Happy puppies.
Go back to conversing about how the many ways you want to kill Rose.
What were you saying, Ollie?
That if there's no cameras, I can just go in right now.
You know the club
It
is
is-
closed down.
It is closed.
It is currently closed. I have a feeling since she didn't leave with the rest of the patrons that more than likely, and since it's a La Sombra hub, she stays there on the regular. We could go in together if you want, but here's the thing. Neither of us can be seen. Damien's got a good point. People know we killed her while we've broken the Camarilla. But I just had a thought. Ava, you said she wants to cash in on one of your boons.
Yeah.
2 now, she says.
Yeah,
You
2.
weren't even involved in the event.
I wasn't.
She cannot cash in on a boon for you on an action that Oliver Hopkins can only fulfill.
She's cashing in on the fact that I, one, killed somebody in her bar, and now I fed on somebody in her
That's
bar.
fine, but you weren't even here the night Val showed up. You weren't even involved in the moving of Val. You were on a hot date with Nero. So the question is, what is it she thinks you know?
Well, Ava walked in openly mentioning and negotiating with her.
Look,
I
Dakota,
wouldn't say
I'm
negotiating.
Dakota.
Dakota.
No, Dakota.
No.
Dakota, the truth is, when it comes down to it, I told you this earlier, I did it because I was petty, and I told her I fed on her because she used disciplines in Ollie's bar. It was not smart, but I don't give a fuck.
God damn it, Ava.
Okay? I hate this bitch.
I'm trying really hard to get you out of this and to be sure that we can, in fact, kill her. But because of your dire pettiness and whatever obsessive thing you have with that skinny man in the green suit, you just continue to make choices that make it difficult to not break the masquerade. So, you know what, Ollie? I'm open to ideas. You got any?
Can we just go in there and take care of it? Damien won't care.
We could probably go in anyway and sabotage the cameras. So then tomorrow night I could just come through and wipe her off the map.
Do you remember the last time I was in charge of sabotaging cameras? Remember, I was like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll go turn those off. Do you remember that?
Was that the time you ripped the entire computer
That's
system off
when
the wall?
I destroyed this entire security closet in the orphanage. Remember that?
No, but I know that you've been an excellent wingman. I can recall a specific time outside of an Italian joint where you were talking about meatballs and eating the best spaghetti.
A girl just wanted some marinara sauce.
I don't blame you, but
That being said, okay, fine. What do you want? You want me to be the distraction? You want me to go talk to Rose while you sabotage your security cams? I mean, you do use that the Netflix, the ShrekNet, the ShrekNet.
yeah. See about that, I my method of fixing the cameras is by breaking them because ShrekNet is about as useful as and complex as AIM. I don't know if you remember AIM services back in the day. It was a big thing, local hookups, so on and so forth.
I
But
never owned a computer.
that's okay. I stole my first computer.
Cool. Well, so are we just going in guns a-blazing? I'm gonna walk through the door and ask Rose to negotiate with me? While you destroy her cameras, and then what? Cause she ain't letting me walk out. Though it's
Well,
kind of
is she
take more than 2 of them.
is she short up there? Is that where she's staying?
How about
seems
this? I
it
imagine
seems
so.
to be.
She didn't leave, and it's
The room
you know
is-
Nexus.
The room has no windows. She's got it fully proofed that if she does stay there, it might be her place where she rests as well. I don't know.
So
Well, I don't see anything inherently bad right out of the gate, but it's a risk at all.
if even a single one of her security escape, if even a single kind sees us do it, there can't be a witness. If anybody
That's after
knows
hours,
that we
right?
do it, technically,
I think that's why now is the best time to do it because an incident happened at the bar and everybody's left So
Except for her 15 security and potentially her La Sombra goons. I guess what I'm saying is there are going to be a lot of eyes there. She's not there by herself. She probably pays them to watch her sleep. She's that kind of person.
I mean, if I could afford that, I would probably do the same.
Oh my god, really?
A lot of people don't like me. I would be hesitant to say that there's many kindred in the city that say much positive about me.
I guess not me neither, but I don't worry about it when I go to bed at night.
Can't believe that bitch is just living off of Saito's money right now.
Well, you let it go. I get it, okay? You came here all doped up. Like, I don't know what you hit, but like...
Just like you guys are just brewing. And she's just like...
I'm not even sure that that's the case. Hell, it could be the sandwiches money.
It's not. She's like, I don't know what you're capable of, Ava. Like, she doesn't even know.
Oh,
she doesn't
you know who
even
that
know.
sounds
Just a thought.
sandwich.
Why don't you just drop the charade, all right? Like, you don't need a reason to hate her. She's already said what she's had to say, so there's no point in stewing over what it is. She's just getting in your britches, all right? She's fucking with you on purpose. So,
Fine.
if she's there, we already know. We've already told everyone. We've been telling people for years that the SI is a thing, right? So, why don't I go and I let my friend Scarlet know?
Can she act on it before morning?
There's a real good chance.
And now's her opportunity, cause empty. Look,
Yeah.
see what you can do. It might be nice to have somebody else put out the hit, you know? We could be up and around the corner, so, when, Rose slithers her way out of some hidey hole and makes it out, we can be there to pick her off.
Question is, do her goons, her kind, do they know that she's a kindred?
I think so. They
Because if
saw
they're
me.
a sympathizer, Scarlet will handle it.
They saw me feed, and that's when they grabbed me and brought me upstairs.
One can assume that most of the security, if kind, are probably ghouls, and that any other kindred in the building is carrying that dark shadow.
You would know if you think they're all ghouls. That would mean she's fucking ancient. You know,
That's
having
true.
15 ghouls is well
Okay.
beyond. She
Then
would
the-
only be able to have.
Probably some are retainers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
maybe not a ghoul, but they have to be in some kind of know if they're part
And
of
how
the
many?
herd.
There was one at the door.
15. I counted 15, and then one at the door. is
How does she
included
have
in the
so
count.
many people? How does she
Money.
have this?
Money. You can make hundreds of people do anything for money.
Where does she get it from?
Why does it matter?
Because
It's
Ava
money.
wants some.
You can
know,
live forever. Generate your own
Ava.
mass wealth.
If you want to get really upset at somebody, Rose is a good target, but I'm just saying, she seems to be acting for the sandwich. So if you want to get upset at the sandwich for your boyfriend dying, for her catty ass bullshit, for all her money, I'd blame the sandwich. Put all that fucking hatred towards her. There's no telling what we could accomplish. Or better yet, guilt her into giving you some of that money because she's giving it to Rose. She ought to be giving it to you. You're fucking lugging her shadow. It's like
All right,
it's
look.
like a rent payment.
I'm gonna grab something like I don't know, sheet of paper or a napkin or something like that, and
Napkin right nearby.
I'm gonna start drawing out the layout of this place and where the tightest compound is. Take the number of men down, everything that I feel like is relevant. Are they armed? Do they have guns?
Yes.
And there you said there's cameras for sure.
Yes. Here, and here. I point them out.
All right. So
I'm thinking you need a distraction.
regardless, I can just move this on to Scarlet and see if she can hit it tonight.
And I'm just gonna sit here with Ava.
Well, I mean, I would recommend that you don't get too close to those that hunt us regularly. I mean, if you're feeling brave, you just be forever on someone else's radar.
All right. Should we be like up and around the corner, like I said, and kind of, in case she escapes?
Oh yeah. Now, I can tell you this much. If you feel like you can move a little quietly, there's a building that is not too far away. It's probably like 8 or 9 stories. You get on top. They got a guy in one of the windows. He sits on his phone a lot, but he's got a gun. You watch. And I tell them like the alley, that how they sort of meet up.
Yep.
4 or 5 of them. They got a couple, at least one guy that I notice that's been holding on to a gun. You see where they're hanging out. They're young. They're young like they look like kids.
What's the name of this street?
Is
it the same street that Brayden lives on?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I just needed to make sure we weren't.
No, the place he's talking is way more like industrial than that.
What, so you want me to just walk up there and talk to some kids?
No, it would be safe if you guys know where this place is in case for some reason you have to point out to Damien or if you have to point out to Jackson where the SI are that are operating in the city. They're the largest existing cell from what they've said. They replaced Mr. Pink that was here before.
The kids?
Yeah. I mean, they start them young. Remember the orphanage. Remember the shit that we saw in the basement. They start them young.
All right. Let's not talk about the orphanage. That might be too much for this evening.
Another response.
Okay, Ava. I start, like,
Gentle strokes.
Ava's about to lose it.
You know what? Ava and I are going to hang out here. You go deliver your message. Come back. Let us know how it's going to go. If they're planning on, hitting it up tonight, we'll follow in their shadow and be there in case anything goes awry.
The word shadow now.
Okay, we'll be there on her doorstep.
I'm about to lose it.
Okay.
What I need to know is if either of you right now can dream up some sort of believable story about how they're going to hit a group of humans. If you if you can come up with a reason to hit them tonight, that would make a proud and prominent child cell of Inquisition, then they'll hit it tonight. Or in the morning, whatever's most convenient for them.
Well, if anything, it's the most opportune time because it's empty. The club's never empty. And it's a nest for kindred activity of the worst kind, shadow vampires.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Maybe they don't have to necessarily have a hit out on a bunch of kids, but the fact of the matter is they can't be any good. And they're never gonna get another opportunity like this. I guess you could say, I shit the bed for them.
I don't understand
Okay,
this. That's disgusting.
We can talk about that later. They sure thought it was.
All right. Well, and then I'll go. If you think it's a nest, it's a hotbed for La Sombra, then
it's
the veil is thin.
So
they
would
thrive
say, Ava?
there.
It's a hub. It's a hub.
It's a hub.
They're feeding off its energy. Take the building down. Take the kindred out. Hub gone.
All right. Well then, this sounds pretty serious. I better go report it to the local Inquisition.
Oh yeah, it was so serious. You should definitely do
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
As Ollie stands up from the booth, and the last yups are falling from your lips, you hear something that startles everyone in the bar. It brings silence, and it even has Grant kind of jump in the back. A sound that takes a minute, one you haven't heard, and one you recognize that you haven't heard in quite a while. The loud sound of what seems like thunder crack coming from downstairs.
Downstairs.
I immediately go investigate.
Yeah, you moved as the other.
If it's where I sleep, then I'm definitely going.
I just stay here. Look at the wine. I'll be right back. Okay. And I just kind of tiptoe out and follow Ollie down. Just
look
in
at the
case
thing
he
you
needs
can no
backup.
longer enjoy. Enjoy this.
Just feel good about it, okay?
You both hurry and scurry down to the stairs, and as you look around, you see a familiar figure looking at the walls and then kind of being surprised with a bit of confusion on her face. And then she looks to the other way and quickly wipes what seems like muck off of her brow. A mess of tangled red hair and sprigs and twigs all stuck around. And you see her kind of wiping off the dirt with her raggedy, kind of long, reddish, orangish dress. The only difference is there's less of the less death clings to her. The black veins are still there, but less noticeable, more subtle, perhaps retracted a bit. And on a couple of the branches in her hair, you see tiny little green buds.
Aw, I immediately run up to him like, hey,
Oh,
you're gonna want
no.
to fucking see this. Get the hell down here.
Okay.
Fuck the
No.
wine. Fuck the wine. Come on.
And
I-
Ava runs down the stairs, and you see the image I've described.
I will walk slowly.
She plucks a few more of the dead leaves out of her hair and drops them as they kind of just crumble to nothingness before they even touch the ground. And as she's looking around and you walk toward her, it almost catches her by surprise. She takes a step back and then looks with an intense gaze.
I knock on the door. It's just like alerting the presence further, like,
Sure, no,
hey,
she's
hello?
looking at you. Her eyes are wide as she's leaning forward.
Oh, boy.
And but she doesn't say anything right away.
find it a little rare that beautiful women wind up in my bedroom.
Your flattery will only get you taken. Who did it? Who is the one that... Something's changed. Things have changed. I have changed. I'm changing still. I don't know why, and I don't know how. But the bleeding has stopped, and I don't understand why, but the smell kind of smells like you. You creatures, you things. Whatever be the case, I feel less gross.
Do you feel better?
Better is a word that you mortals might use. Different is one that I might stick with.
Well, can see.
But was it you? Is it you? Or was it somebody that's like you? And if so, point me in their direction before I just get bored.
They're gone.
Who's gone?
They.
Them? Whom?
The person that I think is putting those buds back in your hair.
I don't... okay, they're gone. Well, did you know them?
But-
Did you know them personally?
Ding, ding, ding. Yes. He was the one that did it. Brought the one to you to help make all this better.
If you didn't reek of death, I would scoop you up in a heartbeat. You know that.
One of us said
Yeah.
I'm not trying to reek of death.
Well,
One of us said I'm trying to fix the problem.
It's something you people can't control. It's just... Unfortunately, it's just who you are.
Can we help you with something?
I just came to give my thanks if that person was still here, but they're no longer here, so it is a waste of time.
Wait.
It's not a waste.
No.
I know where it is. I've been there. I brought her there. I found that place where the darkness touches your
You
place.
brought her there, so you're the one to thank. Okay, fantastic. We figured it out.
Yes. Don't
Well,
beat
then-
around the bush.
What is it that I could do for
The
you?
hedge.
How can I show you my gratuitous thanks that you bring life once again to the land of dreaming?
You know that problem we were talking about, Ollie, that could be, she might have a solution.
She did.
We've got a couple of problems.
We do have a couple.
Clearly.
Your problems are always so droll, but
You think she
the
can
amount
fix
of
that?
importance you give them, it's delicious, truly.
You worked with someone, a woman, kind of like us, but a lot older. And you let that darkness in you.
Oh, her working with her is such a... Using her is a much more apt term.
You realize that she's the one that made that wound, that let that darkness seep in.
It was rather useful while our own lands bled.
And she was privately moving the kind of like us that made you better.
She kind of waves her hand. Why do I care?
Because
about
she can get
trivial
more of
things?
those that can make you better.
Oh, well, I think you're demanding too much. It's...
I didn't demand anything. I just gave you information that there are more like us that can make you and your home better.
She again waves away. The rush is no longer needed. Things are fine. I don't need to bother with... You called it a her, nor bother with the...
I have a thought. Not to interrupt your really very Midsummer Night's Dream and all that, but
Ollie has a little bit of a problem. That same woman is threatening him, and we could
Are you going to ask me for vengeance?
actually no.
Oh,
I was
No.
going to ask to give her exactly what she wants. She was looking for the fix, the thing that Ollie delivered to you. And I was just thinking maybe you just can take her to her, back to your home forever.
I don't. You all. Again, it's not personal. Your stench is unbearable to be around longer than is necessary. It's not. It's just who you are. You didn't.
Then why don't you just eradicate her?
Why? It doesn't make any. If it's more fun to have her around, if
You
anything.
asked if you could do something for Oliver Hopkins.
So you want vengeance, is what you're saying. I just
I
find it
wouldn't-
boring. I just find it uninspiring. But
I call
I-
it justice.
And what if we have reason to believe that her goal is to end your entire home, your realm?
I'd love to see her try. Might bring some excitement.
Well, she traverses the abyss, the darkness, and she's
I'm-
trying to pull it. She's trying to pull it all over, which could in turn collapse your whole home, because it's, according to what we know, potentially going to collapse all of our world too, into eternal darkness.
That's the thing. Whatever it is you did seems to have stymied the bleeding, stemmed it. That's not a concern anymore. The land of dreams is once again sprouting to life.
That's great to hear. I'm just saying that I wouldn't even call
Don't
it
you want
vengeance.
something more fun?
Justice.
It's not.
Justice
I
is such
wouldn't
a
even.
mortal concept.
I agree. It's not vengeance. It's not justice. It's bringing. It's flourishing the world that we're in right now. Because right now, what this person is trying to do is bring about things that make
I just don't care. I just don't care. I just don't care. What if you want? Look, I could make you a dream individual, somebody like a slave to you that could do all your dirty work or be the best lover you've ever had. You got specifications,
Can you heal
all the
Grant?
creativity and love into an individual of your choosing.
Can
that-
you heal Grant?
Who's Grant and why does he need to be healed?
He is afflicted by something that she's put on him. Easy. This has nothing to do with her. This has to do with healing something that matters to Oliver Hopkins, much like he healed something that mattered to you.
But bring this person here.
Done.
Potentially.
I look at Ollie. Can I go get him?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Dakota
hobble up
quickly
there and,
runs
and
up
help
and-
him down. Yeah.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Stop talking, Grant. This is important.
And you bring him into the room and she looks him up and down. Oh, yeah, this is, I mean, again, I'm not complaining, but yeah, he's just, hang on, come here, child, come here. And Grant is just like, well, what's going on? I don't understand. Also, who is she? I
Do
usually
not
get into
say it.
redheads and I'm just,
Do not at this moment. Don't.
like, Ava's a redhead, but she's a real redhead is all I'm saying. And she smiles. This woman like smiles at Grant and she's like, come here. And she gets close and all she does is she moves her hand into like in front of his face and she just goes,
wait.
What? You're all so
Wait.
indecisive. What?
Can you take away a shadow?
I mean,
No.
take away a shadow as in Peter Pan.
Yeah.
No.
Inspired
like-
by us,
Yeah.
by the way. I mean, I guess so.
Like forever take it away.
Is your shadow
No.
bothering you, annoying you, doesn't fit your aesthetic?
No, Ollie.
Oh, I'm here for this.
Are you gonna
Ollie.
do you like? She just kind of stands with a perplexed look on her face.
He looks to Ava.
No, Ollie, we have to help Grant.
Her
Let me-
shadow. Oh,
let me
oh,
deal with this.
Wait,
Wait.
no.
oh, and I politely say this. I don't do that anymore.
What
Not-
do you mean by
Oh,
that anymore?
it is disgusting.
Couldn't burn it?
Writhes
Couldn't
and
remove it?
No.
I wouldn't. I could set it free.
Free.
No.
Could you put
no.
it into something?
I choose not to. I'd rather not come into contact with it in any
I mean,
true way.
Can you pull it from her and put it into another vessel?
She thinks for a moment. It could be done.
No.
Ava.
Fix Grant.
She looks to Ava. Is the Shadow's owner is unwilling, and if she is not giving me permission,
Ava, this is the leg up on the sandwich that we need.
listen, I need an answer here. Am I going to fix this individual's issues? And he looks to Grant, and Grant just kind of like
You
gives
know
a
what?
half-hearted smile.
This is Ollie and Ava's decision. I'm gonna just watch.
Ollie.
Ava, what do you think happens at the very end? What do you think the game plan is?
It doesn't matter. We have I have it, and it will happen, and whatever happens, happens.
Okay, so
That
you're just
is-
okay with you dying?
I've made my bed, Ollie, when I made that decision, and I'm
Yeah, well, I
going
don't know
to
if you noticed this, but we're interesting bedfellows in this case. We're all kind of wrapped up in the same big-ass bed.
I could create you a bedfellow that would be better than all three of you
I
combined.
don't want to leave. I don't want to leave any of you. But if I need to do what needs to be done to stop this, and I will carry that.
I
I
determined myself. Oh, I would have if I
Please.
could have gotten my hands on you before you were killed.
Before I
And
was
please
killed.
fix my friend.
Is that what we want? Fine. And she turns over, come here, child, again. And Grant kind of hobbles over, and she goes, she just kind of like, she wets her thumb and like wipes like a little smudge that isn't really there. And then she kind of does this. Okay, he's fine.
And can we fix our problem?
Great, Grant. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Oh, God. Okay. Do you have a
I don't want
name?
to say anything. You might get mad at me.
What should I call you? I say to, Midsummer Night's Dream over here.
She smiles. Oh, my name would not even be pronounceable with your mouth. Just call me, oh, you know what would be cute? Call me Autumn.
How adorable. Autumn. Thank you for helping Ollie's friend. You continue to kind of appear and pop up.
I just follow the scent that you dreadful things leave.
Absolutely. No doubt we are smelly folk, but I was thinking about the last time you came and took something from us. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Do you think
That
maybe
belonged to us.
since you
You're
came
feeling spry again.
and took it back, you could still help us put that thing that Ava's carrying in another container. That way you nor anybody else ever have to come in contact with it.
Are you asking me for another, like, bargain?
I guess I'm asking you to consider the fact that we
She
could
looks
use
to
your
Ava.
help.
Do you want me to do this? Oh, Lord, sweet. I just want you to make a decision. I could leave now, and I'd have better things to do. I could create, fun amalgamations and versions of you to play with on my own. You'd be much more malleable that way. I believe I did. Yes, no. That was last time we met up, wasn't it? Or was that the time before? I cannot remember.
I don't want her to do this, Dakota.
Then I'm not going to do it.
Okay. Well, have a good afternoon, Autumn.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You too. Any other words of departure before I leave? Any other last-minute potential negotiations? Now that I'm
Will
feeling
we
a bit more
see
myself?
you again?
Probably not, unless there's reason to.
I just
Can
gotta
we
hunt
call
them
on
both.
you?
No.
Good question.
No.
There's nothing that we can do.
No.
Would you like to come back?
Oh, only every once in a while when I need to play things.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm good at the end of this conversation. Cool. Anybody else?
Don't worry, it's none of your kind. I would never take them. It's the mindless drivel that you feed on. They are full of imagination and such raw emotion. It is fantastic to watch them play.
Okay. Well,
So we're good, okay? Goodbye.
I look at Ava. Last chance.
And then she's like going to turn around, like kind of gives like a half-hearted wave, and the small little door area that she walks through, she makes her way over toward. and she reaches for it. And as she reaches for a handle that isn't there, you hear a loud crack. There's a split second of light before her silhouette is about to disappear. Unless anything is said, unless there's any interruption, she's gone. Grant looks around. So, am I cured?
Yep.
Grant's better now.
She was kind of cute in like a MILF kind of way.
We could have saved Grant without her help. That seemed like a real quick and easy way to rid a problem.
Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, it's a roundabout way. Didn't know you were so quick to meet the sun there, Ava. That true death was before you.
Ollie, I'm not getting the easy way out of this by having some fey creature come take my shadow. I made that choice when Bella offered it, when Sybil offered it to me.
Oh, I don't think I like that name.
Okay, go
Grant,
upstairs, Grant.
Go cook.
Okay, thank you. All right, have a great night. And you quickly leaves the room.
I made the choice, and we're not gonna
Wasn't
have
the goal to set her back? Maybe I'm
Yes,
misremembering, but wasn't
and
the
we're-
goal to set her back?
Yes, and we're doing that just fine.
Okay, but tonight wasn't a total loss. We learned something. And knowledge is power, everybody. What did we learn? We learned that the shadow can be detached from Ava. This is new information. More importantly, that when detached, it can potentially be placed in another vessel. All now we have to do is figure out how to replicate that process.
Well, unless you got like a super fairy. I don't see that happening.
We're all forgetting. That problem is something we will deal with when the time comes. We're forgetting the fact that the whole point of this is that she's trying to basically fight the abyss itself. So her plan's probably going to fail pretty badly. I'm not really concerned about it.
Okay, well, the good news is if this SI group hits her club tonight, that's a large part of the La Sombra effort that'll be taken out. She needs
more La Sombra.
more La Sombra, and the more that we can get rid of, well, it's like balancing the scales just in a different way. And Ava, you really need a spa day, and maybe a couple rounds of just some self-actualization exercises, and to wrestle with the fact that for whatever reason, you want to carry this shadow.
That's why she chose me.
Okay.
Because I want to.
Right. My question is why? You need to wrestle with the why. Why do you want to carry the shadow that will bring about what is inevitably the end of the world?
Because I'm her Otai.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're a sacrifice. She can call you whatever she wants. Just like Bella. And just like every one of the La Sombra will be in this city. Wrestle with your darkness, my friend. Because you'd rather carry it than save everyone in this city.
I will not let her do what she wants to do to this city. I will tell you that much.
Maybe so.
It doesn't matter what she's offered me, because she's offered me a lot.
I understand that. But
Forgive me for being rude, but you couldn't even stop one of her peons for calling it a boon.
okay. I think
Now I'll let you all settle it. I'm really let down. I hate to dad you here, but that really sucks. That was a golden card that we'll never get back. And I could have fixed Grant without having to call that in.
How would you have fixed Grant, Ollie? Tell
By
me.
taking her fucking head off on my own.
Yes, which we've been wrestling with for the past 2 days and haven't been able to figure out a clear answer on how to do that. And he could have died.
I like knowing that could have died is much less certain than definitely dying. Because that's what's going to happen to you.
And I probably should have died many times in this unlife, Ollie. Think of all the shit I've done compared to you and compared to Dakota. Zach died for doing dumb shit, and I probably should have died for doing dumb shit, but I'm still here because I have a purpose, and this is my purpose. And I know you might not believe in destiny or bullshit, but I do.
Yeah, you seem to forget that there's a couple of people here right in front of you that cleaned up your messes along the way until you found your fucking footing. Because we did it along the way. We picked you back up when you stumbled. And we didn't hold it against you. I did for one thing that I still think is wrong, but you're like a sister to me. This is coming from a place of love. You made a fucked up choice. Now, I'm not going to stop supporting you. I'm going to figure out all the best ways that I can keep you alive. But that was a really, really strong straight shot. It was really important to her to get that shadow into the city and then on someone. And we just had someone that could rip it right off. Stuff it in a box or a bottle or something. We could have encased it and chucked it into the lake.
We're going off of some creature that comes here and says that they can do that. You know that every time you do something with a fae, there's always a cost, right? We had a cost with the sheriff. There would have been some cost there too.
The cost was already met. Otherwise, Grant's doomed already. But I'll worry about that later. I gotta let some Inquisition know that there's a hub of spectacular activity. It's eking to find their stakes.
Ollie stands and leaves. Does Dakota linger?
Until Ava asked me to go.
I think you're muted. Oh, never mind.
I know both of you wanted that to happen. But we're going to figure this out. And
as she says, we're going to figure this out, and shakes her head and lifts it. Ava, where Ollie sat, now instead you see a different figure. In a suit. The red tie and the green gem.
oh no.
And as you say, we're going to figure it out. He's nodding with you. In confidence. Dakota obviously cannot see this.
Ava, I respect your decisions. I respect even the decision you just made, even though it wouldn't necessarily have been the decision I made. And I love you.
When you look away and then back up, he's gone.
I don't want to see you die. Hell, there's a high probability I'm going to be the one that has to take your head.
I don't want to see you or Ollie. I don't want to die either, okay? I want to be with you guys
Then, you're right. We are going to figure this out. And as disappointed as Dad might be, you and I are survivors, right? Yeah. We always have been. We always will be. That's not going to change.
Dakota puts a pinky out.
So, we'll chalk the Fae interaction up as an L, like every other event this evening, and hope that the SI have more luck than we do.
Ava reaches out and hooks her pinky as well.
I am not entirely unsure that there isn't a way to still remove that shadow.
That's even what we need to do.
So, let's look on the bright side of life. We, once again, have the leg up on Sybil, and who knows, maybe her little nest of shadowy freaks will be done by the night's end.
I still think we do have the leg up.
Leg up. Yeah.
We still have a lot to figure out, which is why I don't think we should just move to taking the shadow so quickly.
Well, I've got a meeting with Jackson coming up. And I imagine he and I are going to have a whole lot to talk about. And with his resources, who knows what we can find. So chin up, sister. Look. Not even Rose made you cry.
That bitch.
That bitch.
That slimy bitch.
And you know what, Ava? I would have chose Grant over myself, too.
I knew you would have.
Well,
And on that, oh, sorry.
Nope. Well,
Okay.
I'm headed out.
Yeah.
You should go stare at some more wine. And
Yeah.
book a fucking spa day.
Yeah. I will.
The screen lingers, but the sound mutes, as instead we hear the sounds of outside while we have that lingering shot of Ava and Dakota. And then a sharp voice shouting over. Hands up, Fang Banger! The screen hard cuts.
Oh, God.
We're behind Ollie as he approaches the known place that they exist. And you can see a little red laser dot on your chest. The shouting came from one of the second floors of one of the buildings, and as you gaze up, you can see likely where it's coming from.
Or Scarlet.
Do you stop? Do you put your hands up, or do you just say, "Where's Scarlet"?
And put my hands out, like lukewarm.
Sure. Do you stop moving?
Yeah.
As you put your hands out and stop, there's a few moments before you just hear, well. I'll be honest with you. Did not think I'd see you here again. Scarlet kicks off of some seat that was around one of the wall corners that you couldn't quite see. You hear the metal of the folding chair scrape against the asphalt as she wheels around the corner, hand on her hip, where a stake and a pistol lie within grasp.
I told you. I worked with Pink before.
I don't give a shit who you worked with, but I am impressed at the fucking cojones you have. So I'll give you a couple of minutes before I decide if I want to stake you or not. And that's
Okay.
where the screen cuts to black. And we'll be back next week on that scene.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I gotta leave. I gotta add a cliffhanger in there always.
Oh, we're kicking off with Ollie next week, everybody.
Oh, yeah,
At a
baby.
Tight spot.
Yeah, I'm excited for this little
Poor-
visit to this little ragtag youth.
Poor Ollie had to.
Yeah, this is gonna be more than a fucking 5-minute conversation. So
Yeah, I had a feeling. All right, everybody. Well, we'll be back here. Same vamp time, same vamp channel next week. Fucking, I'd say don't do anything we wouldn't do, but shit, we do some stupid stuff. So just like,
Don't we though?
don't use that as a scale in any way. We'll see you all next week.
Bye, everybody.